All is fine. Shilling. Hello, Adventurer Aerith. Thank you so much. I mean, it's good to have you. I'm trying to change how I greet people. It's good to have you. Enjoy your lurk. Yeah, I'm doing I'm shilling the stream. Ah, there go the ads. This shouldn't be too much longer. Yeah. Okay, now I just need to post on this game was a gift, by the way. I need to post on Blue Sky. Mm. Yeah, that should be everything. No longer shilling the stream. Wait a second. This is probably fine. It's probably fine. Yeah. Oh no. Oh no, there's still there's still generic voiceover to do. Um 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 hello Crow. It's good to see you. The music ends. The cassette clicks to a stop. I've listened to it so many times, I've even memorized the placement of the static from the song's original broadcasts. I'm worried the deck might eventually eat the tape, but it never happens to him no matter how many times he played the damn thing, so I'm not too scared. It used to drive me crazy. Every day he played it over and over again. My home is very noisy right now. I'm sorry. It usually is very noisy, actually. It's rare I can find a peaceful time to stream. And then if it's peaceful, it might not be ideal for me. Anyway. Sure, he would throw on something different after a few loops. But soon enough, he'd switch back and cycle, and the cycle would repeat itself. Sometimes I think he would do it just to mess with me. I would be in the back, in bed, smothering a pillow over my head to block out the music. He would just turn it up louder, even during all nighters. That was so like him. That's okay, happy to still see you. Yeah, I'm happy to be here. Even near the end, when we had to finally settle down, he was still pulling that kind of crap. Toddler behavior. I'd come home from school sometimes and the police would be at the door because the entire block had called in a noise complaint. He said it was because he was hard of hearing, but I know he did it just to get a rise out of the old grouches who lived nearby. I think that was his worst fear, ending up just another bitter sack of bones. So he did everything in his power to be the exact opposite right up until the end. Of course, that meant I would always deal with the fallout. Can't imagine what the neighbors thought. Seeing a little girl go door to door apologizing because some old man decided it would be funny to put plastic flamingos all over their award winning lawns. Okay, that was kind of funny. Noise pollution, bad. Plastic flamingos, that one's funny. I can't help but smile just a little, even if it does hurt. Take a sip of my coffee. Outside, a heat haze shimmers over the never ending oceans of sand. So much desert. Even Roswell was just rock, sand, and a few shacks. All alien themed, of course. I didn't see any UFOs, though. I'm not used to how dry everything is. Even with the AC on high enough to rip off my eyebrows, I'm still all sweaty. Guess that's what happens when you laze around in snowy Colorado for a decade. In that regard, the desert is a nice change of scenery. I don't exactly hate it. New sights are nice, especially since his health didn't allow him to do a lot of traveling when I was a little girl. I could see myself getting used to this. Well, maybe in another 15 years when I have everything paid off. Congrats on the 5 stream watch streak. Ugh, damn it, Amber. Snap out of it. You can worry about that later. This isn't your trip, so stop being so selfish. I push the eject button. I take the tape out and look it over. Probably over the 20th time today. Probably for the 20th time today. Years worth of brown stains and greasy fingerprints are smudged all over, making it feel grimy to touch. It still works like a charm, though. There are more cassettes in the glove compartment. A mixture of mine and his, mostly his. I should just play one of those and get it over with. My hand gravitates towards the latch. It would be okay, right? No. I snatch my hand away from the latch and flip the tape over. Once again, I find myself staring. With a sigh, I stick it back into the deck. I reach towards the play button, taking another look to see if the road is still clear. Like always, it... Is it? I slam on the brakes, their shriek piercing my skull. A glance at my rearview mirror shows a girl cringing next to an ancient-looking car, covering her ears as I screech down the road. Making a U-turn of dubious legality, I pull up in front of her car, killing the motorhome's engine. I hop out and shield my eyes from the blazing New Mexico sun. Only now do I realize how precious the AC really is. It doesn't take more than several steps before the girl comes bouncing up to me with a look of relief.
Oh my god, thank you, thank you, thank you! I was starting to think no one would ever stop.
What do you want, Miss? What do you want?
I do appreciate the this is fully voice acted apart from when you are in her head.
What? Okay.
With each word, she gets a little closer, till we're finally within touching distance of each other. Her smiling face now filling my entire field of vision.
long run out line.
Her bright auburn hair is done into a girlish side tail, glistening beneath specks of sweat. Standing out in the heat has made her round, pale cheeks a sun-kissed red. But she still looks put together, like the desert would sooner melt her than do any real damage to her looks.
Well, that is.
I almost feel embarrassed to be in front of someone who dresses so cutely. Her frilly green top and skirt, putting my red t-shirt and khakis to shame. It's all brought together by one thing, though. Her eyes, they're blue, vividly blue, deep and rich, complementing the traces of her misty perfume as she gets closer and closer. Too close. Too close. Too close. I scramble back and cough, trying to hide any awkwardness.
No problem.
What's she doing out here alone? Driving through? Hell, is she even alone? I peer off into the plains on the side of the road, half expecting a guy to pop up from his hiding place, now that some idiot has fallen into the further trap. That idiot being me, of course. But, much to my surprise, no one does. Instead, the girl continues to stare at me, smiling as she patiently waits for my response. I glance behind her, focusing on her car.
So what's the issue? Your car breakdown?
I think so, yeah. I was driving and I just kind of...
Stopped.
Yeah.
She lowers her head in shame, eyes fixated on her feet, kicking the dust around her.
I'm not much of a car buff, but I can take a look at it.
Her head pops back up, and life returns to her eyes.
Oh, wow! Could you?
Yeah, can't promise that I can do anything, but I can at least check it out.
That'd be great.
All right, first things first then.
This thing looks even older than my motorhome. It was probably a nice car once upon a time, but with a dented grille, multiple scratches, and faded murky green color, it's hard to believe such a cute girl was driving it. I slide into the fabric seat and start the ignition, but I know too much about how this stuff works, just enough to keep the motorhome from giving out. But I can't imagine it's too significant of an issue. Probably just a dead battery or... no gas. A single car passes by, cooling us with a refreshing gust of wind, sprinkled with dirt and sand.
Is something wrong?
Is this a joke?
Oh no, did I break it?
No, it's just out of gas.
What? No way!
Ah, way.
Dad said I should have filled up before I left.
Is she for real? Why is this girl in the middle of nowhere by herself? As if trying to force all the ideas into the center of her brain, the girl grabs her head and whines under her breath. She'll get there. She'll get it.
Ah, man, and I didn't charge my phone either. What am I gonna do?
I'd offer her mine, but I've never had a cell phone in my life. Seems like you'd have to be pretty absent-minded to forget that, though. She whines once more and turns to me.
Hey, this might seem a little weird.
Oh no.
But could you take me somewhere nearby so I can get some gas?
And what do you know? She actually did it.
How long did you say you've been stuck out here?
I don't know. A few hours, maybe? I've been trying to wave down everyone who drives by,
Oh,
but
thank you.
you were the first to stop.
I've received food. I will eat food.
Hold on, everyone?
Peanut butter sandwich with bananas. Well, slices of a banana.
Yep.
The heat must have fried her brain. Does she have any idea how dangerous
So this is more of your day off than you're wasting.
that is? I like them. I'm gonna set this to auto and take a break from doing any voiceover. Sorry.
That's probably not a good idea, you know.
Huh? Why?
Well, you know. A cute young girl alone in the middle of the desert? It's just asking for trouble.
But you're a cute young girl alone in the middle of a desert.
What? Yeah, but that's different.
So, do you think you can give me a ride?
I don't know.
Please? It shouldn't take very long.
I guess it's fine. I'm not in too big of a rush anyway.
I hope you can see the text okay.
By the way, my name is Marina. Thank you so much for helping me out.
Amber, don't mention it.
That's good. Carol, I was sure the play button on the cassette player, finally giving into temptation, but Marina starts up again.
Why aren't we going the other way? Wasn't there a station a little ways back?
It was more than a little ways back. I saw a sign a few miles ago that said there was a station not too far from here, so we're going there.
Oh wow, I didn't even see that. You're really observant.
Unlike me! Yeah, or you're just really oblivious.
Not really.
Silence falls between us, the roaring of the engine and swishing of the wind from outside being the only sounds. I take that as my cue and reach for the cassette player once more, finally give...
How do you even drive this thing? It's huge!
Marina spreads her arms out like an eagle, unfurling its wings, almost bopping me on the head in this process. I clear my throat and grab her arm out from the air, gently placing it on her lap.
It's not that bad. You get used to it.
She tilts her head to the side and gives us a light grunt as if saying, "That's so," and we return to the silence of before. Again, I reach for the cassette player.
So what are you doing out here? Are you going camping? Seems like what you're doing is fun.
I take a deep breath and hold it on as long as possible before letting it out.
Just traveling. What about you? Why are you out here?
Oh, well, it's kinda silly.
She scratches her head and lets out an embarrassed laugh before staring at her feet. She quiets down and surprisingly stays quiet. Well, looks like that worked. I was sure the cassette player one last time. Stop for a moment to look at the glove compartment, and then Marina, who looks lost in thought. Finally, I press play. A pleasant little chime greets me as I enter the station, Marina trailing closely behind. The drive was quiet after I turned the music on. Turning the tables on her and asking what she was doing out here seems to throw her off. I didn't mean to come off as cold as I did. It's just been ages since I've had a conversation, beyond accepting some half-hearted condolences. Though to be fair, I haven't really wanted to hold one. The guy behind the counter is busy ringing someone up, so I set out in search of a gas can. The store is one of those big mini-mart places, made specifically for travelers. It's surprisingly clean for a place surrounded by sand. Every corner has an unnatural sanitary shine accompanied by the scent of citrus cleaning products.
Hey, they have cola flavor here!
Whoa! I turn and find Marina clutching the slushy machine, her eyes widening like a cat's when tempted with yarn.
Don't most gas stations have it?
She shakes her head, but doesn't take her eyes off the machine.
All the places back home only had cherry and raspberry. When we got sick of them, we just had to mix them together.
Shudder.
But
Marina finally turns to me, wearing a face of pure, concentrated sadness.
I left my wallet in the car.
It's the saddest thing I've ever seen. Just looking at her, I can feel my heart beat. Wait a second.
How were you expecting to pay for the gas?
I don't know. I just remembered.
How did she last 5 minutes out in the desert?
Fine, I guess I'll pay for it.
Really?
Yeah. And grab yourself one of those slushies too. But make it a small one.
Oh, take care, Leabeb and 69. And thank you so much for the follow. She grabs the cup and holds down the button until the slushy overflows and drips down the side. I was going to pay for the gas anyway, but I'm hoping the drink makes up for the drive over. I spot the gas cans, and with Marina happily sipping her drink, grab one and head for the counter. The guy at the register is still reading up the same girl. Lines of flimsy plastic bags line the counter, filled with a mixture of off-brand junk food and gardening tools. He scans the items as the girl digs through her wallet, her bandana-wrapped head pressing a phone against her shoulder.
Aren't you supposed to be the badass mechanic? What good are you if you're not?
She swipes out a card and hands it to the cashier, more interested in staring at her nails than looking at him.
Who the hell would I know? Have the squirt check underneath if you're so curious.
On the other end of the line, I can hear the faintest of squabbling. I can't make out anything they're saying, but the tone sounds worlds more tolerable than the girl's.
If it's that old, then I say do it. Cash is cash. It's not like anyone's gonna care. You better not take as long as last time, though. I'll be waiting for you slackers outside.
Girl slips her phone back into the crevices of her dangerously unzipped jumpsuit. What little clothing she has on underneath looks like it's going to burst from the slightest movement. Not my type, especially with that personality, but it's hard for me to do anything other than stare. The attendant reaches out to help with the bags, but the girl snaps them away before he can. She shoots him a heated glare that burns straight through the man and into the wall behind him. Turning around, the girl looks at us for a second before rolling her eyes, then marches out the door, the bag swaying her down as they nearly scrape the ground. Yeah, definitely not my type. Marina and I set the can and nearly empty slushy on the counter.
Will that be all?
Yeah, sorry for more boring than that other girl.
The attendant hacks out a dry cackle and scans the gas cans. He flicks his oily ponytail behind his shoulder and then rings up Marina's drink.
And a lot of folks passing through and stocking up the past few days. It's been a good change of pace. guessing that's why you girls are here too.
Marina eases in towards the counter, nudging herself tightly between me and the rack, her hands creeping over to the slushy.
For what? I'm just heading out to California.
If I don't end up driving myself insane first.
You mean you don't know?
The attendant freezes, forgetting about the scanner in his hands. Blinding red light beams from it onto my chest.
About what?
Why, the treasure.
Marina's hands stop, just shy of grabbing the cup.
Treasure?
The clerk's chubby face morphs into a grin.
You telling me that you girls haven't heard of the treasure in the journal?
I have.
I frown, embarrassed. Marina looks at the floor again, her cheeks flushing red. I guess she's always just this forward.
Oh, well, I heard about it on the news. It's kind of why I drove down here.
You drove out into the middle of the desert for treasure? Sorry, but you've lost me.
Not just any treasure, Missy. The miner's treasure.
He says it like that should clarify what he meant. I stare at him. He stares back. Marina sips the last dregs of her slushy.
You honestly don't know.
Not a clue. Are you gonna change that?
Little feisty, ain't you?
Not really. Just have stuff to do.
Fair enough. A little while back, some folks were going through all the trash in their garage. As fate would have it, they came across an old journal. Turns out the thing belonged to their great uncle. Or maybe it was their great grandfather. I don't know. Some dead old man.
I cut him off with a cough, a polite hint for him to either get on with it or quit his yammering. Despite apparently knowing all this, Marina continues to stay focused with rapt attention. Sometimes her drink makes that annoying slurping sound again.
Sorry. I'll try keeping it short. Anyway, after flipping through it, they found out that he'd struck it rich during the gold rush.
If he struck it rich, then wouldn't the family know about it? They'd have to be pretty well off, right?
Oh, I can answer that. He went back home to Missouri without any gold and told all his friends he hid it.
By now, the slushy is all gone. Marina tries for one last sip, but all that's sucked through the straw is air. She peers down into the cup and blows out a small sigh.
No one believed him, though.
Should have brought home some gold. I raise an eyebrow. If even this girl knows about it, then I must be more out of the loop than I thought.
Well now, looks like Sister here has been doing her research.
The attendant leans into the counter and smirks.
Story goes, he wanted to eventually move his family out west and dig his gold back up along the way, but kicked it before he could.
He slides his thumb along his neck and makes a cheesy sound effect to go with it. Marina giggles, but I just keep staring.
The folks that found the journal ended up selling it to some hotshot publishing house. Now everyone wants to retrace his steps and find the treasure. Shipments have been selling like hotcakes. Just got ours last week.
He points to a rack of identical books sitting by the door. A sign hanging above it reads, "Treasure of the Desert, a miner's journey. Take part in the new gold rush." Yeah, that'll stick in people's heads.
And people are really buying into this?
Sure are. I've worked here for over 20 years, and never have I seen this many people passing through. Even the Banshee before you was here for some supplies and a journal.
Sure, okay, this is a hoax if I've ever seen one.
And where is this supposed treasure?
No one knows. It's all scattered around the desert. They say the journal has hints to its whereabouts.
Uh-huh. Marina, you said this is why you drove out here?
Yep, that's right.
But you don't really believe the treasure exists, do you?
Sure I do.
She pauses to think.
At least, I want to.
I want to believe.
Wouldn't it be super cool if there was treasure?
Sure, it would be cool. But there's a good chance there isn't. And even if there were, do you know where to start looking?
No, not really. I never got that far. I don't even have a copy of the journal.
She lowers her head like she knows there's a good chance what I'm saying is true.
But I have to try.
Her voice is soft and quiet, but there's a faint glow of determination behind it. Makes me feel ashamed for scolding, but the idea that she dropped everything for treasure is insane. And to her credit, she did a little research, but that's canceled out by driving into the desert without a full tank of gas. She wasn't prepared at all. The people who care about her must be worried sick. I barely even know her, and I'm worried.
Aw, don't be too hard on her, Missy. After all, who could resist a good treasure hunt?
He looks to Marina and gives a big, gummy grin, courtesy of his missing teeth.
Ain't that right, sister?
Marina springs back with a smile of her own.
That's right.
Rolling my eyes, I reach into my pocket and pass some crumpled bills to the clerk.
Yeah, well, I'll believe it when I see it.
He shrugs and stuffs the cash in the register, though now I'm just paying for the tank and an empty cup. I pocket the change. I give a casual wave from the exit. That should be good enough. There should be a good enough thank you. Marina follows, though a bit more animated, waving her arm like a fan as she says goodbye.
Oh, and sister?
Yeah?
You go ahead and take one of them journals.
For free? Marina lights up like a firecracker and bounces up and down. She's a kid again.
Yup.
Oh, wow. Thanks, mister.
In one swift motion, she swipes one of the remaining books off the rack so fast that I swear my eyes are skipping frames.
Hey, Amber, look. He gave me one for free.
see it.
I tune out our chattering and nod as we walk out to the parking lot so we can finally get the fuel. Hello, Yuna. The attendant shouts one last thing, his voice fading behind the glass of the closing door.
Good luck on your trip.
This is fully voice acted. Which I'm happy about. Desert people are weird. But I'm still having to do voiceover for unvoiced things.
No way.
Maybe it's further up the road?
I can't believe it. It's gone.
We could have just passed it.
We weren't even away that long. How can it be gone?
We stare at the empty space that once housed a certain ugly green car. I look in every conceivable direction, but there's nothing. Nothing but an ocean of sand and a never-ending stretch of road. Merca. Was it towed? No, not out here. Not this quick.
Where the hell did it go?
Yeah, that is kind of weird, isn't it?
Marina's hand rests against her cheek as she looks on with only mild confusion, like she's trying to solve a small mystery.
Your car is missing! That's more than a little weird.
Well, it's actually my big brother's car. He just
Uh.
lent it to me when he left for college.
I'll
well, that makes
be right
everything
back.
better then.
Really?
No! It was probably stolen. We'll need to call the police. You have a phone, right?
I do, but...
That's right. You said it was dead. And I'm guessing you left it in your car.
Yeah.
Well,
Ah.
that's just great.
Hope I didn't miss
You
much.
have one?
I had to receive a paper that I got printed.
Afraid no one would call you?
Not quite.
Thank you. Chill my eyes and look up at the dry sky. Its color shifted to glowing orange as sunset begins to settle over the distant valley peaks. It's going to get dark pretty soon.
Don't worry, Amber. I would call you.
I can't just leave her. If she did have her phone, it would take forever before anyone could get out here. She'd go from burning up in the heat to freezing out in the cold within a few hours. Plus, there are people around who would steal cars, and there's no telling who else is out here. I can already see how all this would go down. She would be huddled on the side of the road trying to keep warm. A pack of coyotes would be howling all around her, closing in. Then, from down the road, a starved creep would pull up in a trashy old pickup truck, open his door for her ends. Oh god.
Hey, where are you from? If you don't mind me asking.
Oh, I'm from Carlsbad.
Carlsbad! I used to see commercials about Carlsbad caverns.
Or at least kinda close to it. It's a little out of the way.
Carlsbad? You're from California?
No, silly! Carlsbad, New Mexico.
Oh, right.
And me going there for a second.
How far is that?
Maybe 2 hours from here?
Wow, you didn't get very far at all, did you?
Marina lowers her head in shame.
I never really seem to.
Though I'm not really one to talk. I've been on the road less than a day. Would have gotten farther if traffic had on the I-40 wasn't such a pain in the butt, or if I didn't pick up Marina.
Hey, listen. You don't live too far away. If you want, I can probably give you a lift back home.
I prep myself for an explosion of thankful energy and excitement. But there isn't one. Instead, she continues to stare at the ground, her hands now balled up in a fist as she fidgets ever so slightly.
Something wrong?
She shifts her gaze from the ground and looks at me straight in the eyes, drawing a deep, long breath.
Remember the treasure we were talking about at the store?
Yeah.
I know it's a lot to ask, and you've already helped me out so much already. But do you think you could take me to the first place the treasure is?
Huh?
Huh? She wants to keep going, even after this entire disaster.
The treasure! Could you take me to the first?
I heard you the first time. It's just... You don't even know if this thing is real, but you've dropped everything to go look for it. And now you're asking me, someone you've just met out in the middle of the desert, to take you to it. Even though you don't know if it's real and you've just had your car stolen. Did I catch all that?
Uh-huh.
Shameless. I'm at a loss for words. How do I even respond to that? I try to recollect my thoughts, but only one word comes to mind.
Why?
Marina shrugs. Nothing more than that. She just shrugs. Take a look at her. A good look. Her wavy hair has been dried out by the hot desert air. Her face is red and drenched in sweat, probably close to melting off her makeup. Even her nice clothes are a little ruffled. But despite all that, this cute, peppy girl who wants to keep pressing on. Even when most people would have just called it quits after the car breakdown. Even out here, all by herself. For all I know, she could be some weirdo out to mug me, and this is all some elaborate scheme. But she wants my help. My help. It's been a while since anyone has needed that. It's like an honor. Do I deserve that? Probably not. But she's still asking. What should I say? Why should I say no? I don't have to be in California for another few weeks. And isn't that why I'm taking this trip? To see the sights for him. See the sights for him. She's a little excitable and even more naive. But maybe I need a little bit of that. It's a lot better than just being out here all by myself. With nothing but the ghosts of my memories to keep me company, even if it's just for a little while.
Why the hell not? Hop in.
For
Yeah, for real. But only until the first location. After that...
The breath is forced out of me by the sharp impact of Marina tackling my stomach. A warm but damp sensation wraps itself tightly around me. A dead weight snuggles up against my chest.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you!
Say goodbye to your hearing.
I'm hugging you, silly.
My cheeks grow warmer with each passing second. I try to wiggle my way out, but she stays latched on, her grip getting tighter and tighter.
Marina, please. You're all sweaty.
Sorry. I'm just super happy.
She unlatches herself, letting me clear my throat and recollect myself.
Anyway, let's get inside. I'm burning up out here.
We clamber back inside the motorhome, leaving the dry hellishness behind. I turn the ignition and let the AC blast away the RV's stuffiness, letting out breaths of sweet relief. Marina and I collapse back into our seats.
Alright, so where's the first piece of the treasure?
Well...
You have no idea, do you?
That's not true! The news said a part of it was somewhere here in New Mexico. Probably.
I'm not surprised at all. I should have seen this coming.
You have the journal?
Yeah?
She hands the cheap paperback book to me. The cover feels like it could fall apart at the turn of a page. The whole thing is fitting of its rustic design. I slide my thumb across the edges and flip through the pages. Thick forewords and passages commenting on the journal's historical significance skip past my eyes, most long enough to be their own book. Finally, a photocopied picture of one of the original entries appears, preserving the faded cursive lettering, the entire thing printed on the next page over. Crusting brown stains and wrinkles engrave the photo. Some of the writing has been scratched out too, like someone made mistakes and couldn't erase them. I hate to admit it, but for something that's probably a sham, the thing looks pretty authentic. With bounty and satisfaction in hands, I am now homeward bound, the perilous journey forthcoming. Through my unrivaled intellect and unmatched ambition, I have succeeded in accomplishing what many believed would no longer prove profitable. Of course, this only comes as a surprise to those around me, not myself. I had traveled this way on the trail, with many others from the Missouri Territory, but as my typical characteristic success grew, I could sense the envious stares amongst my so-called peers. The danger eventually became so great that I wished to flee, but my companions left before I woke. And what reason, you may ask, I do not know. It is with this in mind that I have taken it upon myself to leave a note for one of my fellow prospectors, and to borrow his steed, so that I may one day return to settle with my family. But if this journey has taught me anything thus far, it is that jealous, conniving eyes are abundant now. Yeah, I'm not reading all this crap. Where should I actually start? I was gonna read all that crap. Let's see, if he left California, lived in Missouri, and supposedly hid something in New Mexico, like Marina said, then what we're looking for is likely a later entry. I am
Ah,
a
good
slow
job.
reader. I am a slow reader. Alas, I have reached the final point of my division in my travels. During my long stay among the ruins sanctuary, the rogue native Lamasi had informed me of a landmark that was rich in the mythos of his people, considered sacred. He said that the chance of the gold being discovered would be very slim. He referred to it as a winged rock and a monument erected towards the sky. As for my previous detour, I have finally arrived. It is with much disbelief I must say my friend Lamasi was right. It is not just a monument erected towards the sky, it is a mountain, almost as if the Lord himself had struck up the earth among the sand. It is guarded by trails of rocks around it, all branching from the mother rock. Whew. On this journey, I have encountered many different sights, dangers, and yes, even an occasional friend. As I look upon the mountain before me, I am reminded once more that there are things bigger and greater than I. Though I am not yet rid of this cough, my soul has been humbled and removed of fatigue. I can think of no better place to store the last of my gold, and I anxiously await the day I return.
What does it say?
The gist of it is that it's near a big rock and a bunch of little rocks.
Yeah, very precise.
That should narrow it down, right?
Yeah, to the entire state of New Mexico.
Marina gasps and lunges towards the journal, the muscles in her neck tensed and eyes wide with panic.
That can't be the only thing he mentioned. There has to be more.
I raise the journal high above me so she can't reach it, using my hand as a blockade against her head as she desperately tries to grasp for it.
Sheesh, relax for a second. I actually have a pretty good idea of where it might be.
She settles down, still stiff with anxiety, nibbling on the tip of her thumb. I lower the book back down and read over the entry one more time, just to make sure.
There's a part where he calls it a winged rock. Assuming my years of reading travel guides and brochures weren't totally useless, then I'm pretty sure that's a loose translation of what the Navajo used to call shiprock.
There's a ship out in the desert? Whoa.
Whoa! I peer over the journal. Marina's imagination is going bonkers. Her eyes alight as she tries to wrap her head around such a novelty even existing.
How long have you lived in New Mexico?
Marina swells up with pride, only to deflate like a balloon before speaking, instead choosing to blow a misplaced strand of hair out of the way.
All my life.
I sigh and slam the journal shut.
It's a small mountain near the border of New Mexico and Utah that's vaguely shaped like a ship.
Oh, okay. That makes way more sense.
I'm surprised you haven't heard of it. Thing's a landmark.
Yeah. But hey, at least I know now.
Shrugging, I put away the journal and smirk. Misplaced as it might be, her cheeriness is a good mix up from the norm.
Do you think the treasure might be there?
Don't know, but it's worth a shot. We don't have anything else to go on. Sure you don't want me to just take you home?
Marina hesitates for a moment, turning to the windshield as if to dodge the question with her eyes. put the car in drive and look ahead. And the sun is set, the blue shade of dusk rising up to take its place. I press down on the gas. Marina turns to me and smiles.
Let's hit the road.
The sun has long since set and given way to darkness. Only my headlights remain, illuminating the road and silhouetting the small rock formations around us. I've been alternating between the old tape and new ones, immediately throwing on the old tape after finishing a new one and vice versa. I haven't had any complaints from Marina. She's just sitting at my side the entire time, softly humming off key to the music. She seems to be the type to just accept things as they are, like with her car being stolen or that treasure. Especially the treasure. And to make it worse, it's not just her. Apparently it's some phenomenon now. Goes to show how much I keep up with current events. But the whole thing smells like a scam. I bet somewhere all the big shots from that publishing house are gathering up in their corporate tower, laughing at the idiots they've ripped off with that book. Christ, I'm even starting to sound like him. Music turns to static before the cassette is silenced by a loud click. I ejected and reached for his old tape again. Marina notices taking the opportunity to break the long-held silence.
So, do you like music a lot?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
I figured. You've been playing those tapes this entire time.
She picks one of the tapes on the center of the console and inspects it, going as far as his poker pinky through one of the holes. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Though, I'm not sure what you'd call this type of music.
Yeah, I've just been playing whatever. Mostly jazz fusion and alt country. Threw in some new age crap in there for good measure.
Alright, I have turned auto off because I have to go pee. I'll be right back.
Novi God is fucking coming! Happy New Year, slaves!
I'm back.
Most of these are mixtapes I made when I was little.
Cool. Any names I'd recognize?
She peeks at me through the holes of the cassette, wearing a wide, genuine smile.
Probably not.
Aw, come on. Try me.
Why not? Maybe I'm not giving her enough credit. Back to Otto.
Gabriel, Gertu, Weather Report, Donovan, Methany.
Marina gives sage-like nods and grunts of understanding as I list off the names.
You have no idea who any of them are, do you?
Not a clue.
That's what I thought.
Sorry. I usually listen to whatever's on the radio.
I crack a slight smile.
It's alright. I could see how it might be hard to get into. My gramps used to call it road trip music.
I still think it's nice, though. It's making you really happy.
You think so?
She taps her finger gently against my cheek. I pull away a little, but let her do it anyway.
Yeah, why else would you be smiling?
I've never really thought of whether it made me happy before, but I do know it made him happy, so that's good enough for me.
That's actually why I'm going to California. You know, for a music festival.
I've never really thought of whether it made me happy before, but what? Oh, I accidentally did the thing with the mouse.
California. You know, for a music festival.
I accidentally scrolled the mouse wheel.
For real? Where?
Not far from Palm Springs.
Palm Springs? Like the actual Palm Springs?
Don't know if there are any other Palm Springs in California, but yeah, they do it every year for a few weekends.
I went to my first concert a little before I graduated.
She rests her head against the window and stares at the road ahead, her smile fading but still there. I've never been to a concert in my life.
It was so much fun. An entire weekend of that sounds super awesome.
Nah, it ain't that cool.
Marina flings her head away from the window and turns to me. Now she's staring at me like I'm crazy.
How could you even say that? It's the coolest thing ever! I wouldn't even be able to wait. I'd want to see all the bands.
Sheesh, relax. It's not like I'm taking it for granted. It's just that there's only one group I know I want to see so far.
That's right. His favorite group.
Just one?
He was so excited when he got the tickets.
Just one that I'm excited for. I'll watch a bunch though.
Releasing a long sigh, Marina eases back into her seat.
Oh, good. I was afraid you were going to head home after you saw your group.
You crazy? I'd like to at least have a little fun before worrying about all the expenses I gotta deal with.
Expenses?
Damn it.
It's nothing.
She gasps.
Are you in debt? Is it college loans? My brother said those aren't fun to deal with at all.
Got too comfortable. Should have just kept my trap shut.
Or did you just spend too much on your tick?
That morning, I swerve off to the side of the road, down to the rocky road, cutting Marina off and nearly giving her a heart attack. Marina shoots me a worried glance, her face still pale.
Oh my god! What was that? Are you okay?
I pinch the bridge of my nose and my elbows on the wheel.
Amber?
I've been driving all day. I'm a little tired.
Where are we?
A little outside Albuquerque, so we aren't too far now. We'll sleep here tonight and drive to Shiprock first thing in the morning.
Killing the ignition, I climb out of my seat and into the living quarters. Marina trails behind me. I yank open the bathroom's Velcro latched cupboards. Inside is a folded sack with a blanket and a sheet, pillow, and my old gym clothes from school. I scoop them up and toss them to Marina. She scrambles to catch it, desperately balancing them as they lean out of her arms.
Sorry about the clothes. I don't have any actual pajamas. You can sleep on the couch. It folds out into a bed.
Oh, okay.
Alright then, see you in the morning.
With that, I step into the back room and slam the sliding door before collapsing onto the oversized bed. Even in the darkness, I can make out the pictures hanging on the wall. Once upon a time, they were generic scenic pieces. Now they're photos of me and Gramps. My favorite is the one of us in front of a museum for music, rock and roll to be specific. I was just a little pipsqueak back then, holding up an autographed vinyl sleeve that was about the size of my head. He was by my side, squatting down and ruffling my hair as I gave the biggest smile I could, even with my missing teeth. I let out a sigh and fixate on the ceiling's skylight, a small sliver of the moonlight shining through. It feels like an eternity since I've last laid down on this bed. I remember it felt like being hugged by a cloud. Now it feels like concrete. Tiny creaks sound from the room next door, accompanied by Marina's little squeaks of determination as she struggles with the fold-out bed, until finally I hear a loud thud. I can't help but smirk a little. I should have warned her that it was heavy. The room over goes silent. I hope it didn't crush her. Luckily, I soon hear footsteps tiptoeing across the carpet. Then on the bathroom tile, they stop outside my door.
Hey, are you awake?
Her voice is weak, barely above a whisper. It's almost impossible to hear her as it's muffled through the door.
I know I've said it a lot already, but I really mean it. Thanks, Amber. Good night.
I continue to stay silent. In the dark, the ceiling looks like it's constantly changing in size and dimension, sometimes getting bigger and further away, other times getting closer and smaller. I look down. Through the crack under the door, I can see her shadow turning around to leave. The words slip out of my mouth before she can even take her first step.
Night, kiddo.
I guess that was the intro. Most people imagine Indian reservations as tucked away slices of heaven. Maybe some pocketed oasis of vibrant greens and flowing water in what is otherwise a wasteland. I think they're like trailer parks. Those people are wrong. The Navajo Reservation is as sandy and barren as the rest of the desert, and at 22,475 miles, it's neither green nor fun-sized. Not that I hate it. The miles of faded highway road speed past me, blending together with the sand that stretches out to far-off rigid mountains. Like there's a rhythm to it all. Behind me, Marina is still stretched out on the fold-out bed, cuddling the pillow, a substitute for a blanket that's long since fallen off her head. My old gym clothes are a little small for her, the shorts only reaching halfway down her thighs. But hey, I'm not complaining. Soon we're rolling into the town, its jagged namesake peeking over the horizon, Shiprock. The town itself is typical for this desert. Nothing fancy like a high-rise. Just a whole lot of plain shacks sitting on top of gravel, painted worn browns and beiges. I barely resisted yawning as I was beginning to read this. From behind me, there's a light, almost fluffy yawn. I wonder how that bundle of joy handles mornings.
Morning.
Oh, hey. You're finally awake.
Uh-huh.
She yawns again and thumbs back against the bed. Guess she's not a morning person.
And there's still some coffee in the...
Oh wow, is that Shiprock?
I take it back. Marina rushes behind me and grabs the back of the seats, her eyes sparkling.
It's huge! I can't believe we can see it from so far away!
On closer inspection, my clothes are way too tight for her. The poor shirt is being stretched to its limit. Of course, this doesn't seem to bother her at all. I don't know if I'm more embarrassed for myself or for her.
Well, we have to get moving now. So go get dressed or whatever.
Sure thing.
She scampers off to the back, finally giving me room to breathe as I make my way to the driver's seat. Until I accidentally glance at the rearview mirror. In the middle of the motorhome, Marina slips out of her pajamas and into her regular clothes. Jeez, the bathroom is right there. I adjust the mirror and try my hardest to stay focused on anything else I can look at. Fully dressed, Marina pops back up beside me and settles in the passenger seat. The desolate road continues until suddenly, as if out of nowhere, we're greeted by a line of cars, RVs, buses, and every other kind of vehicle under the blazing sun, all lumped together, stacked one on top of the other, side by side, and every single one blasting their horns.
What the?
Whoa, you think this is because of the treasure?
I grit my teeth and flop back in my seat. I can only pray these are tourists, and I was the only one dumb enough to humor this scam. We're soon assimilated into the traffic jam. Slowly, the motorhome inches forward, but we finally reach the front. A whole new monster awaits us. Laid out on the dirt, barely in the shadow of the looming mountain. A giant cluster that can only be described as such. Campers, tents, tarps, booths, you name it. Chaotic horde of people crowd around the entire unorganized mess. I cringe at the very sight of it. I'm in hell. Marina pushes her face against the window, in awe of the sheer insanity.
I don't think I've seen this many people since the concert.
Oh god, she's going to break from the overstimulation. Choir of horns serenade us from behind. Groaning, I pull forward and squeeze the motorhome into the nearest available space, stuffed tightly between everything else. Backing out is going to be a real pain.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go find that treasure.
Marina sits up and nearly leaps out of the car, but I grab her wrist and pull her back into her seat.
Just hold on a second.
Her enthusiasm fades.
Oh, that's right. You were only going to drop me off and leave.
Sorry, but I'm gonna stick around a bit longer.
For real?
She starts sniffling.
You're so nice to me, Amber. I think I might cry.
Hold it in. We gotta think of a game plan first.
Okay.
Marina returns to her usual happy-go-lucky self, while I grimace at the chaos outside. If I suspend my disbelief and assume the treasure is real, where would we even start? We don't even have any equipment.
I guess we may as well start by checking out the place.
The first to make my way out into the sea of people. My nose is assaulted with smells of campfires and BO, masked in suntan lotion. Smells like tourist, all right. Marina finishes her run around the motorhome and huddles close to me, her eyes still wide with wonder, but far less gung-ho than before. Two of us make our way through the makeshift campgrounds, following a guardrail that's been set up to separate the visitors from the rock. All the while we pass different scenes starring all sorts of people, a news anchor elbowing nosy hecklers out of the way while she tries to report, men on top of motorhomes in lawn chairs, strumming away on guitars. Even vendors have set up shop here, selling over-ripened fruit from their booths. Marina is speechless, looking on in overwhelmed curiosity and hovering so close, I keep tripping over her. I'm half expecting her to grab onto one of my belt loops. I'm surprised. I pegged her to be pretty good with crowds.
Please stay behind the guardrail. I repeat, please stay behind the guardrail.
A booming voice shouts over the crackling of a megaphone. Pushing through the crowd, we're shoved into a part of the crowd that's mobbing by An opening in the guardrail. They are barred from advancing by a lone man, standing on top of a folding chair and clutching his megaphone like a shotgun.
Stay behind the guardrail. Please be considerate of Navajo land.
What's going on?
Not sure. I think.
Sun reflects off the truck behind it. I squint my eyes at the word printed on its side. Navajo Parks and Recreation.
This could get nasty.
Maybe they're moshing. People did that at the concert.
Just what the hell kind of concert did you go to anyway? Wait a second.
In the back of the mosh, distant from the calamity, is a familiar sight, blonde hair intertwined with and running through a dark red bandana.
What's wrong?
Remember that loud chick from the gas station?
A little. I was too busy with my slushie to really notice. Why?
I think we just found our first lead.
My voice trails off and I start towards the girl, pushing my way through the crowd.
Hey, Amber, wait!
Putting on my person mask, I take a breath and place my hand on her shoulder with a forced smile.
For the last time, old man, I don't have any.
Huh?
Huh? She whips around, her eyes prepared for murder, but her features switch to standby mode as she realizes her mistake.
Oh.
Sorry, but didn't I see you at that convenience store yesterday?
Oh, yeah, that dump. Outside of Roswell, right?
Yep, that was us. I'm Amber. The other girl is Marina.
Marina waves and I extend my hand. The girl's eyes narrow, but she eventually shakes it with a surprisingly strong grip.
Mariah.
Everyone here for the treasure?
They'd be idiots if they weren't.
Hey, what do you know? You were right, Amber.
You say that like it's a good thing.
You guys here for the gold too? Not sure why else somebody would come out.
She looks over the scenery and wrinkles her nose.
To this place.
The ray of sunshine next to me is looking for the gold. I'm just the ride.
Step away from the guardrail! You're all getting out of hand!
Please heed all beach warnings. The horde presses in. The yelling grows louder.
You aren't getting through, so I don't even know why.
A can of beer flies through the air and cracks him in the forehead, the liquid running down his face.
Oh, come on!
Navajo Parks and Recreation. They're trying to keep well-meaning treasure hunters from carving up the rock because of its religious significance.
Doesn't surprise me. This is a four-corner state, so there's lots of stuff like that out here.
I think it's sweet that they're trying to protect big ol' Shippy.
Mariah stares at her, as if questioning her entire existence.
But it's a rock.
So?
It's a rock of religious significance.
And carving big monuments. Why is it such a big deal if people want to look for treasure up there?
Well, it's not gonna make much of a difference either way.
Why's that? You a non-believer?
No, I'm just not a sucker.
That's not very nice, Amber.
Well, it's true. It's obvious that this is just an elaborate scam and everyone got ripped off.
Before I finish my sentence, a cocky, overgrown smile makes its way onto Mariah's face, oozing with snide confidence.
What if I told you I could prove the treasure is real?
I'd say you're full of it.
Does that mean the treasure's real? Like, honest to goodness real?
Overwhelmed with excitement, Marina springs up and down, all while Mariah gives a smug nod.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right.
Oh, ye of little faith. I said I could prove it, didn't I?
And how exactly are you gonna do that?
Come back to my base full of highly trained elite treasure hunters. Then I'll show you.
Elite what now?
Highly trained elite treasure hunters.
Right. Thanks, but no thanks. We'll pass.
What? But why?
Well, because...
You said we needed a game plan, right? This is the best chance we have right now.
Terrifying amount of determination emanates from her as she forces an unwavering stare on me. Her gaze intensifies. I look down at my dusty shoes and finally give in.
Jeez, if it'll make you that happy, I'll do it.
She's really damn determined. I'll give her that much. I'm not sure I could have said no.
But this better be legit, you hear?
I points to Mariah.
I'm not in the mood to be jerked around today.
Yeah, I'll keep my word.
Hey! Stop it!
We look back at the crowd. The guardrails have toppled over, and the crowd surge toward the man.
I'm warning you! Stay back! I have a megaphone!
Poor guy. The crowd circles in around the chair and topples it over, the man crashing down with it.
We should probably scram.
Way ahead of you.
Sleek and lavish, Mariah's motorhome is like a mansion on wheels. Its chromy black paint is so fresh that you can practically smell the primer.
Here we are. Base, sweet base.
She throws the door open.
Joe, Tess, buck up, we have guests.
Marina and I shoot each other an unsure glance, then enter the motorhome.
Oh, hey. Did you finally manage to make some friends?
Blow it out your ass, slacker.
It's just as big and expansive on the inside, making my RV look like a toilet in comparison. It's definitely a luxury class, unlike my Class C. Or at least it would be a luxury motorhome, if not for the seemingly random decor. The walls littered with posters of ska bands, the worst genre of music. Even weirder are the license plates scattered everywhere. Some in boxes, some on the table, and some strung together like a wind chime. A beanbag in the corner and bottles of empty beer and liquor cast off on the grounds. The place looks more like a frat pad than a base. An impression further aided by the guy sprawled out on the couch, his head wrapped in a bandana like Mariah's.
Someone's feisty today. No luck with the treasure, I take it?
Yeah, no thanks to you.
Hey now, me and Tess were holding down the fort. That's a very important job.
He gestures at the cot above him, a hollow space under some cabinets. Looks like a row of cupboards used to be there and were stripped out to make room for it. Lying on top of it is a little girl facing the other direction, fiddling with something I can't make out. She's wearing another identical bandana.
Isn't that right, Tess?
Tess gives a barely existent nod and continues tinkering.
See, what did I tell you?
Has she been like this the entire time?
Yep. She hasn't moved since you left this morning. It's kind of sad.
Please. Don't think I haven't noticed you were on that couch when I left.
Guilty as charged.
I clear my throat, reminding them of our presence.
Oh, right. This is my team. The lug who's become one with the couch is Joseph, and the squirt is my kid sister Tess. Joe, Tess, this is Alyssa and Melina.
Amber and Marina.
Whatever.
Whatever.
We're looking for the treasure too.
Hey there, ladies.
I can only hope the highly trained elite team are hidden in the bathroom.
Hey, I'm Marina. It's really nice to meet you.
Marina jumps in front of me, taking hold of the conversation by its throat.
The other girl is Amber. Say hi, Amber.
Hi.
Don't mind her. She's just grumpy.
I'm not grumpy.
You sound pretty grumpy to me.
I groan and start muttering nonsense under my breath. Didn't think being a realist would make me grumpy.
She doesn't think the treasure exists.
Uh-oh, Mariah, we've got a non-believer in our midst.
Why do they keep saying that?
Why do you think I brought her here?
If you think you'll be able to convince me that this treasure is real, then fine. But you have another thing coming.
Come on, where's your sense of adventure?
Back in my motorhome. We can take you and your sense of adventure back to Carlsbad if you want.
No thanks.
Carlsbad? California?
New Mexico.
Rolling her eyes, Maria walks over to a drawer. From inside, she pulls out something wrapped in cloth and brings it over to me.
Go ahead. Take a peek.
Her smirk reappears, curling across her face, as if this were a game and there's no way she could lose. Hesitant, I bring my hands to the rag and unwrap it.
What? No, wait. Is this?
That's right.
The line swallowed in the cloth is a yellow nugget. I give it a squeeze. It's soft. Definitely not a piece of pyrite.
It's gold.
You know the miner who hid the treasure? That's Joseph's great-great-uncle.
You're lying.
I can testify for that. It's true.
This thing is a family heirloom.
More like it was lying forgotten in my basement until we stumbled across it as kids.
After that, I heard great tales of the miner and his hidden treasure.
She went to the library and found old newspaper clippings making fun of him.
Then, I made it my life's goal to find his treasure.
She's been obsessed with it ever since. Help.
That's a load. I saw you at the store yesterday. If you knew so much about the treasure, then why did you have to buy one of those journals?
Another side of my family probably got the journal after he kicked it. We didn't hear about it until everyone else did.
This doesn't prove anything.
Mariah shoots me a scowl, similar to the look she gave to the clerk yesterday.
What are you trying to say?
Sis,
Tess finally moves, hopping down from her cot, another license plate wind chime in her hand, the plates clinking together as she runs over to Mariah.
sis, I finished it.
She says this without a hint of emotion, her eyes in a constant half-open state. It's kind of unsettling.
How many is that now? 44?
45.
Marina bends down to Tessa's level and greets her.
Oh, are you collecting license plates? Uh-huh. I only have 5 more until I have all 50 states. And what state do you have there? New Mexico.
Her voice and expression don't change, still as dry as the desert air. Mariah scoffs.
At least yesterday wasn't a complete waste of time. That junker was a piece of crap.
Wait a second.
All the parts were rustier than my ass. Even the scrap metal wasn't worth it.
Just be thankful we found it. We'd be busted if I hadn't salvaged the good bits. Besides, that money is going to keep us from starving.
I look at Marina, but she doesn't seem to have put it together.
About that car you found. That wasn't outside Roswell, was it?
Marina's eyes go wide, realization finally penetrating her skull.
Yeah, not too far from the store. What do you care?
I can feel my blood begin to boil. Marina can feel it too.
Amber?
Every part of me is shaking. I struggle to spit out the words.
Her car was stolen outside of Roswell yesterday.
Curious.
Out of gas, so we went to get some.
Joseph is the next to realize it, followed by Tess.
Oh, crap.
So?
I can't hold it in anymore. Sorry, Marina.
So, you stole her car and dismantled it!
Joseph jumps off the couch and apologetically bows repeatedly, all in one swift motion. Each bow made me a little bit angrier.
Joey said it was okay.
I thought it was. Mariah gave the go-ahead.
You told them it was alright?
Yeah, so? It's your own fault for leaving it out there.
How? How on earth is it our fault that it broke down?
You know, finders, keepers.
It's a freaking car!
Tess tugs on my shirt.
What?
I don't mean to, but the word snaps out of my mouth. Tiny girl shrinks away. All right, Amber, just calm down and we can talk this out.
Here.
She holds out the wind chime made of Marina's license plate, her eyes cast downward.
You can have it.
Never mind. Calming down isn't going to happen. A hand grasps my shoulder. I turn to Marina. She shakes her head and smiles.
Amber, it's okay.
But
Really, it's fine.
She bends back down to Tess and smiles reassuringly.
You can go ahead and keep it, sweetie.
The trio, Mariah included, are taken aback by Marina's saint-like reaction.
Don't worry, guys, it's fine.
Joseph breathed a sigh of relief.
Oh God, thank you so much. We're all really sorry about this. Right, Mariah?
Yeah, I guess.
About as fed up with this as I am, Joseph shoots her a glare and smacks her on the back of the head.
Ow! Alright, I'm sorry and stuff.
Marina, are you sure? They destroyed your car.
Yeah, but it was pretty run down anyway.
You're unreal, you know that? Anyway, we should head out now. We have a few things to take care of.
Thanks for showing us the gold. Now I'm sure the treasure's real.
No problem, ladies. Again, really sorry for all the trouble. If there's anything we can do for you, just give us a shout.
Sure thing.
We head for the door, but Marina turns around before stepping outside.
By the way, was there a phone in the car?
The pink case, eh?
Yeah, that's the one.
We kind of sold that too.
God damn it. Feels like the page is staring back at me. In fact, at this point, it probably is. My gaze drifts from the journal to the window by the entrance. Marina is outside, twirling the payphone's cord as she pops in another quarter. She bites her lips and looks through the window. Our eyes meet. She sends me a small, anxious wave. Closing the book, I let out a yawn and remove my head from my fist. I'm sure there's a red imprint on my cheek. Figuring out we had to go to Shiprock was the easy part. Everything else has been a gigantic pain in the ass. There's a rush of precious cold air getting sucked from the building. Marina enters, carefully shutting the door and taking the seat opposite me in the booth.
So how'd it go?
It went fine, I guess.
Your parents are okay with all of this?
Maybe not okay.
A smile creeps onto her face.
But they understand.
At least someone gets it, because I still don't.
They weren't happy about the car, though.
I think you were the only person who was.
How couldn't I be? Mariah showed us that the treasure is real.
You're going to believe the people who stole your car?
It was an accident. They didn't mean to. Besides, they're nice.
Before I can argue further, our waitress emerges from the kitchen carrying our order. Hot black coffee for me, a milkshake for Marina, and a large order of fries for us both. Delicious. Marina's eyes brighten at the sight of the shake. Like with the slushy, her sweet tooth takes control of her. She practically starts drooling over the glass. With a nod, the waitress disappears back into the kitchen.
Thanks for the food, by the way.
Well, it's not like I really had a choice. I could hear your stomach from the driver's seat. I wasn't about to let you starve to death on my watch. Plus, I was getting pretty hungry too.
Amazingly, Marina didn't freak out at the sight of the diner, like she has at everything else so far. I was genuinely shocked when I didn't hear a gasp of awe escape her mouth as we pulled up.
Hey, Amber, why don't you get a shake too? Coffee and fries don't really go together, don't you think?
I'm fine. I don't really like sweet things.
But it's super good, especially when you dip your fries in it.
What the fuck? What the fuck? She takes several of the fries and does just that. Dipping them in the shake like it was ketchup or mustard.
That's silly. I can do the same thing with my coffee.
Taking a fry, dunk it into my coffee, and take a bite out of it. That, that was a bad idea. Grimacing, I place the rest of the fry on my napkin as I try to cope with the cold chill and sulfury aftertaste.
Maybe it would work better if you put cream in it?
Somehow I doubt that. Besides, it would just ruin the coffee.
I don't know how you can even drink it without cream, or at least a little sugar. It's so bitter.
It's an acquired taste. You find flavor in the bitterness.
That's why I think it's weird that you drink something like that.
How do you mean?
I don't know.
Her brow furrows in deep thought.
You always seem so yes or no about stuff. If you like something, then you do. If you don't like something, then you don't.
You're losing me, Mare.
What did Mom used to tell us when we didn't listen to her? Oh, yeah. Basically, you have a really thick head, Amber.
That's not what that means. What? I nearly spit the coffee out of my mouth.
Gee, thanks.
Or was it a thick skull? Whatever, you know what I mean, right?
No.
I think so. Maybe. It wasn't really an acquired taste for me now that I think about it. Maybe I've always liked the bitterness.
Or maybe I just convinced myself that I did. I don't know.
Is that a bad thing?
Just like in Mariah's RV, Marina shakes her head and gives me a sweet, genuine smile.
I don't think so. I actually really like it. It reminds me of Shiprock.
A warm tickling sensation bubbles up in my chest. It forces me to smile, but to play it off all cool and breezy like.
So I remind you of a rock. You shouldn't say that kind of thing. People might think they're insults.
Satisfied with how I played that off, I reach for a fry to reward myself, but instead of hot, crispy goodness, something smooth brushes against my fingertips. He's down at the plate of fries. Marina's hand for a split second rests below mine. We instinctively snap back. Marina's face is a bright shade of pink, and mine is probably similar.
Sorry.
The room feels 10 degrees hotter. We try to re-establish eye contact, but our glances shoot off in other directions as soon as we meet.
Hey, Amber?
I managed to compose myself long enough to look back.
You said something about bills and expenses last night, right? I don't know what exactly you meant by that or what it is you have to pay off, but since we know the treasure is real now, I was wondering... Maybe you might think about sticking around to look with me? We could even split it, or something.
Well, first off, we don't even know if the treasure is actually real. Mariah could be pulling our legs.
My coffee is mostly gone. All that's left is a puddle and a few stray grounds. Ew.
I'll think about it, though.
Really?
I only said I would think about it. Don't get too excited just yet.
I won't. I just think it would be super cool.
Marina flops her chin down and rests on the table.
How's it going anyway? Have you figured out where the first part of the treasure might be?
No luck. It's not like the guy drew a map or anything. He just jotted down details about the places he went to.
That and rambling about how awesome he was.
Do you think Mariah was right and he hit it on top of old Shippy?
Don't listen to Mariah, okay? She doesn't know what she's talking about. Think about it. How would he even scale the mountain? He was traveling solo on horseback. I doubt he would have the tools to do it. And even if he did, I'm pretty sure he would have gone on and on about it in his journal.
With the puppy dog wine, Marina frowns.
Are you sure he didn't mention anything else? Maybe something we didn't catch?
I slide the book across the table, over the leftover crumbs, stretching out my stiff joints as I rest against the booth.
Take a look if you want. My eyes are gonna start bleeding if I read it again. The only things he really mentioned are the rocks and the dikes around it.
Oh!
Marina forces herself to stare down at the plate, the blush from earlier reappearing. Oh? Oh.
No, not like that.
I stifle a giggle. Teasing her is going to be a blast.
I mean the rocks that branch out from the mountain. That's what they're called. Huh.
It's so simple, but it makes sense. I shoot up and throw down some money. Marina jumps at the sound of the table rattling.
What's the matter? Did you figure out where it is?
Maybe. At least a general area.
I march towards the door. The table rattles again as Marina leaps up. She stays behind to straighten it out before scrambling to catch up with me.
We're going now?
Hell no. We don't have any equipment. But we know someone who does.
I shove the door open, the last bastion between refreshing air and burning dry heat.
Come on, let's go cash in a favor.
It sure was nice for Mariah and her friends to let us use some of their equipment.
Only after that Joseph guy begged her to.
I pause to look around. We decided to wait until nightfall to go look around some more. It's like an entirely different world the further you go from the insanity you get from the insanity. Quiet and calm, the only lights are the stairs and the faint glow of the campground. Stars in the faint glow of the campground. Campers and motorhomes flickering in the distance. Marina fiddles with the metal detector's headphones, removing them halfway.
Sorry, the beeping's loud. What was that?
Forget it, I'm not playing that game. Just keep listening.
Oh!
Did you find something?
I think so. It's over here.
I set aside my shovel and throw myself to the ground, clawing at the sand. A shiny speck sticks out of the ground. Frantically, I dig it up.
Is it the gold?
It's...
I scrape harder.
It's...
Harder.
It's...
Finally, I unearth it and hold it up to the starlight.
A soda tab.
Hell yeah.
This is the 5th one!
If we find any more, we could start making a curtain out of them.
I send the tab flying, speeding off over the dikes.
Maybe we should call it a night. I'm sure we can find it once we're fresh in the morning.
Nah, that's no good. We can only do it now because Parks and Recreation isn't paying as much attention.
Even though now, someone's still guarding the area near the campground. The rocks give us some cover, so I don't think we'll be spotted. But we still need to be careful.
We'll keep looking for a little while. If we can't find anything, we might want to assume the worst.
Her face wrenches with hopelessness.
Somebody else found it?
That it doesn't exist! Jeez, it's like you've never even considered that it might not be real.
But Mariah...
Yeah, I know.
I grab my shovel and swing it back over my shoulder. As we walk, we stay as close to the mountain range as possible.
Why are you so gung-ho about this thing anyway? If you're just in it for the cash, there are better ways to make money than dragging yourself around the desert.
Oh no, it's nothing like that. It's just...
Voice trails off. It hangs over us. never fully evaporating into the cool night air.
It's okay. Don't feel like you have to tell me.
We both have things we don't want to talk about. That's becoming very clear. At least Marina doesn't swerve off the road so she can go pout. I just don't want to think about it. All I've been doing for the last month is thinking about it. I almost wish my brain would quit working so I wouldn't have to. So naturally, I take a long, lonely trip with nothing to do except think.
Amber, it's happening again!
Marina stops, hands quivering as she tightens her grip.
I swear, if this is another soda tab...
I don't think it is. The beeping is really loud, and it's vibrating a lot.
Wait, it's vibrating?
Uh-huh. It feels weird.
The metal detector hovers over the ground between the rock and the sand. I thrust my shovel into the spot, the metal scraping against the edges of the dike. The edge of the dike. Planting my foot on the shovel's head, I drive it further into the ground, using every ounce of my strength to dig. The first load of dirt and sand unclenches from the ground, loosening the earth around it. I throw the load aside and repeat the process. Each time it's a little easier, a little lighter. Finally, the shovel strikes something hard, sending a shocking vibration through my hand and up my entire body.
Bedrock?
I haven't dug that deep.
Dropping to my knees, I reach my hands into the hole and brush off the remaining dirt. Marina leans in. The sound of her anxiously swallowing is barely audible over my heavy breathing. My fingers brush against something. I gulp and pull out the hole's contents, a small, rotting wood box. My heart stops. Trembling, I open the box, leftover dirt falling into my lap. Gold.
It exists? It exists?
Marina yells at the top of her lungs. A yell so loud that it bounces off the mountain, echoing off to the horizon and then back again. Marina has been unleashed.
Shh, not so loud. They might hear us.
She lowers her voice to an excited whisper, channeling her energy into bouncing up and down.
But it exists! I told you it did.
Thank you, Crow, for the head pats. She's right, and despite being proven wrong, I can't help but smile. Here I thought it was gonna be some plastic treasure chest with a coupon for chocolate milk inside it, or something equally shameless and corporate. My only warning is a quick gust of winds. Before I even have a chance to brace for it, I'm engulfed by Marina and her hug.
What? It's real! I told you it was! I told you!
I stop for a second, then smile.
Yeah, you were right. It's real.
LBRB, there are...
What do we even do now?
These two are so cute. Yeah.
Honestly, I'm not sure. It's getting pretty late, though. Let's pack it up for the night. We can think about what to do in the morning.
For now, we can just marvel at the fact that it's not bogus.
Sound like a plan?
It does, but...
She takes a deep, long breath, inhaling all the air around, maybe even some of mine, then releases it all at once.
It's actually really real!
Shh! Marina, quiet! They're gonna hear us.
A thunderous banging wakes me from a dead sleep, rattling the entire motorhome.
Hey! I know you two are in there! You thieves better not still be sleeping!
What? The muffled shout leaks in from outside, followed by another voice.
Sis, it's not even 7. Can I go back to bed?
And another voice.
You're better off just rolling with it. For her, it may as well be noon.
Open up, or I swear Joe's gonna bust down this door!
Wait, what?
Gee, I wonder who this could be. I roll out of bed and open the slider connecting to the other rooms. Marina is sitting pressed up against the back of the fold-out bed with the sheets over her head.
Who do you think it is?
Take a wild guess.
I march over and throw open the door. As expected, my 3 favorite people stand before me.
It's about time! Do you have any idea how long we've been out here?
A groggy Tess sways from side to side. Joseph's gentle hands are the only thing preventing her from passing out on the ground.
It's funny that you, of all people, would accuse us of theft.
What else would you call what happened to my equipment?
I don't know. Borrowing? You loaned it to us, remember?
Correction. Joe loaned it to you.
Joseph gives a tired smirk and a wave.
I was forced to sit idly by and watch you make off with it. That's theft if I ever seen it.
Pushes me aside and clambers into the motorhome, followed by the other two.
Looks like we're coming in.
Good morning. Hey, you 3! Morning! How are you guys doing?
Tired. For what it's worth, we tried stopping her.
Marina stomps to the middle of the motorhome, analyzing everything before releasing a loud scoff.
So where's my stuff?
If you don't get out of my RV in 5 seconds, it'll be shoved up your ass.
Don't worry about it. You guys are great. Hey, Tess, did you hang up your new wind chime?
Tessa's eyes flicker with interest for all of a second, then return to their obstinate, droopy state.
Uh-huh. Above my bed.
What's up with the fold out? You two don't sleep together?
What?
What is gay?
Damn it.
Grumbling, Maria pulls a bill from her pocket and slaps it in Joe's hand.
Does that mean we get to sleep in tomorrow morning?
Sure does, kiddo. Sure does.
The ringleader of the circus returns to inspecting the motorhome, fiddling with the magnets on the fridge.
Anyway, give me back my equipment and we'll get out of your hair.
Come on, just let them use it. It's the least we can do after tearing apart her car.
Maria's attention turns to the counter, topped with the open box of stunning gold nuggets from the night before. God damn it.
And whose fault was that? What is this?
What is what?
The thing on the counter? It almost looks like...
Oh, that? That's the piece of the treasure we found.
Yeah, right! You're kidding.
She chuckles. She stops.
She's kidding, right?
I have a devious thought and crack an equally devious smile.
Nope. She's telling the truth. 100%.
I wrap my arm around Mariah and bring her close. Joseph and Tess shoot each other alarmed glances.
We found it last night with your equipment.
She stands there, stupefied.
No! That's impossible. You're lying.
Really now? Hey, Marina, why don't you tell her about it?
Sure thing! It started yesterday after we met. Amber looked at the journal again and thought it might be near the smaller rocks behind the bigger one. They're called dikes, I think. Anyway, turns out she was right!
Mariah looks down, muttering to herself.
But how? Why wouldn't he just hide it on the mountain? It doesn't make sense. If he was going back to Missouri...
Maybe he knew the religious significance. Her voice diminishes until her words are reduced to lip flaps. Like a mad scientist trying to figure out a complex equation, she retreats into her own little world.
Mariah?
A smidge of sympathy buds inside me. I look to Joseph and Tess. Even they look a little shocked.
Is she gonna be okay?
I honestly don't know.
Ah! Tess approaches Mariah, who's still whispering nonsense into her breath. Nonchalantly, Tess hops in front of her, her hand reaching upwards, trying to wave it in front of Mariah and bring her back to our world. Thank you so much for the follow, Studio Rally. Wait a second. Oh, hold on, let me check his name real quick. I'll only be a second. Oh, okay. Well, it's good to see you. Thank you again for the follow. I shall resume the read along. No response. Tess pulls Mariah's arms skyward, then allows them to flop down to her side. Still no response.
You know, we've been looking into that treasure since we were kids.
Joseph steps up to the counter and stares into the box.
Never expected someone else to find it before us.
That's more than I can say. I didn't even think it existed.
There's that too.
He sighs, then with a shrug, cracks a smile.
Well, good job anyway. You ladies seem cool, so if it couldn't be us, then at least it was you.
You guys want to stick around? We could tell you more about it.
He looks at Mariah.
Somehow, I don't think that would be healthy for her. Or you.
He grabs Mariah by the shoulders and begins pushing her towards the exit.
Come on, Mariah. Let's go make you a nice cold michelada. You two can keep the equipment. Think of it as an apology gift.
Because cheaply made tools I could get at any hardware store are of equal value to a car. They're almost out of the motorhome when Mariah flips and rushes back.
Hold on a minute, thief!
She looks at me straight in the eyes, her expression returning to that of a piercing hawk.
You just had beginner's luck. You might have found the first piece, but I promise you, me and my team will find the rest.
She extends a hand and smirks. I pause for a moment, then grab it and offer a smirk of my own.
You're on.
Marina and Joseph both let out a sigh of relief, as if they've just witnessed the signing of a peace treaty.
Well, guess that takes care of that.
Now let's get out of here and go back to a proper base.
Are you going to drink until you feel better again, sis?
Shut up! Didn't Mom ever teach you any manners?
You always said Mom is an airheaded ditz who wouldn't know good advice or a good man if it bit her on the butt.
Oh yeah.
Sorry for all the trouble, ladies. See you two down the road.
Joseph pulls the door closed. Marina and I stay put, as the bickering of the trio fades into the distance.
Were you serious?
About what?
The treasure. You told Mariah that you were gonna find the rest. If you were just being nice and want to leave now, that's fine too. You've already done a lot for me.
She casts her eyes downwards to hide her emotions, but I know better by now.
And let you keep all the treasure for yourself? Hell no.
Her eyes bounce back.
Besides, someone's got to keep you from getting yourself into trouble. May as well be me.
For real? But don't you have the festival to go to?
It's still a little while away. I wanted to do some sightseeing anyway.
Marina launches forward. Before I can sidestep, she tackles me with the force of a gold-filled freight train. I don't even try to resist. It's futile in the grace of Marina's hugs.
Thank you, 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 thank you!
Did I read that right, Grace? Yeah.
Thank you, thank you, thank you,
Actually, I probably owe you an apology.
She cocks her head and looks up at me. I look away, my bashful side taking over.
Well, you know, I kept saying it wasn't real and stuff.
Hey, don't worry about it. Most people wouldn't have given me the time of day.
Yeah, but
Relax. Just figure out where we have to go next.
I smile. We walk to the front of the RV and take our seats, grabbing the journal from the glove compartment. I flip it open. I've returned. Welcome back. I glance over the second to last entry. Key phrases like split path detour, and acres of identical arched stone throw my brain into the deep end, drowning me in dizzying puzzles before I've even fully read it. Marina peeks over, trying to decipher the entries with me. A speck of inadequacy crawls up inside me, and I quickly flip to the next entry before Marina notices I'm stuck. I'll deal with that later. From now on, we'll just narrow this down. Much has happened since my last entry, so let me waste no time in beginning. As I mentioned previously, I had begun to develop a cough of sorts during my travels. At the time, I thought nothing of it. Just a result of being overexposed to the elements. After all, a handsomely rugged and worldly man such as myself should be used to such things, but I digress. Unfortunately, the more I continued under the blazing sun, the more my condition worsened, until finally my body gave out. The last thing I remember is falling off my steed. Some time later, I awoke next to a fire, with my horse nearby. I myself could not move, as I was held down by illness and sweat, but I was reassured by a man sitting across from me. Upon further inspection, I realized he was a native of this land. I had several encounters with people of this sort during my time on the wagon trail, so naturally I was suspicious, and fearful for the remainder of my gold. However, the man said he had no interest in such things. I read very slowly, so a dry, quiet fellow. The man told me his name was Lamasi, and that I was in a canyon his people occupied, although they had been driven to a different segment of it some years back. His English was quite fluent, and when I inquired, he said he had learned from settlers as a boy. I read quite slowly, so it's hard when they dump text on me, a lot of text. Over the next several days, Lamasi would nurse me back to health. We would never stray too far, as he preferred looking after his estranged tribe from a distance. But I was able to explore portions of his home. Eventually, I stumbled upon a long-ruined home built into a cave on the side of the mountain. According to Lamasi, there are many more like it, though they originally belonged to enemies of his ancestors. It was then that I realized where I would leave the next portion of my bounty. This is a good practice, though. Dump more text on me. On my last day with him, I informed Lamasi of my plans, where he casually promised to guard it for me until I return. But before I left, he pointed me in the direction of a sacred landmark, one so giant and huge, it would simultaneously be a conspicuous and inconspicuous hiding place. With that knowledge, I bid farewell to my new friend and trusted the gold in his care. Perhaps I will reward him with some of it on the return trip.
You're my Lamesi, Amber.
What the fuck? Suddenly my chest feels like a hummingbird is fluttering around in it. I shift my eyes away from her and smile and hide my face.
Thanks.
When you strip away the circumstances, I guess I did save and protect her, like that Lamasi guy did with the miner.
Gorge is like a canyon, right?
Marina leans in closer and points to the entry. Standing off, strands of her soft hair tickling my cheek. I scoot back and power through it, taking a sharp breath to collect myself.
Basically, yeah.
Marina nearly springs out of her seat in a burst of realization, her head an inch away from smacking into the ceiling.
Oh my god. Does that mean we get to go to the Grand Canyon? Do we get to go to the Grand Canyon, Amber?
Not unless history decides to rewrite itself. There are lots of canyons with ruins. One of them is the Grand Canyon, but most of them have been cleaned out for hundreds of years.
I choked down a groan. Indian ruins aren't exactly rarities around here. Maybe that other entry wasn't so bad after all.
So we're looking for a place that was still being used in the 1850s.
Marina hunkers down and thinks with me, wrinkles forming on her forehead as she tries to strain out an answer. Pretty sure she doesn't even know where to start, but hey, at least she's trying.
Well, there is one place.
Marina hardly gets a breath out before I crush her dreams once again. I think you read at a pretty good pace.
Not the Grand Canyon.
I'm trying my best. She slinks back into her chair and quietly pouts. If I keep up the pace,
It's still in Arizona, but it's
I will stumble over my words pretty bad.
The Navajo weren't chased out until 1863, so the timing isn't too screwy. Place is loaded with ruins too.
Oh, are they Pueblo in ruins?
My flow of information stops. She knows what I'm talking about. She can actually pronounce it.
Yeah. I'm surprised you know that.
Yep, I've been reading some of those travel guides lying around. Super interesting.
Those things must be about as old as I am by now. I didn't have the heart to throw them away when I was cleaning everything out.
Hey, that's how I did it. It's the best way to learn.
Hello, Rosebud. Thank you so much for the head pats. I've been having fun, like... I wake from my eep and lurk. Yeah, thank you so much for the lurk. Yeah, I've been having fun not trying to do any voices because this thing is fully voice acted except like internal monologues and shit, which I do have to read with my voice.
Anyway, Canyon de Chelly is pretty damn close to here.
She gasps.
It might have lined up with the route he took.
Skill that gets better with practice? Yeah.
Well, I can't be
And this is good
100%
practice.
positive, but
I close my eyes and snap the book shut. The air between the pages puffing out at us. Then, with one eye open, shoot Marina a grin.
I'm pretty sure.
Arizona's highways are infamously boring. Nothing but hills. Up, down, up, down. There's nothing interesting to look at. Both sides of the road are smothered in nondescript shrubs. It's the part of the country where you just zone out and drive on autopilot. When we finally see a sign for the town of Chinle, right next to the canyon, it feels like we're approaching the promised land. Marina looks up from the book she's reading, just in time to miss the sign.
Was that it? Are we there yet?
Nah, 40 miles to go still, so about half an hour.
She makes a sound like a popped balloon and goes back to reading. I take an exit in a tiny excuse for a town. One of those places that has a gas station and fueled houses. It's like in Monopoly where you buy up all the property you can, even though it's not that great.
This is it?
Marina repeats her earlier question as I slow down to turn left.
Nope. Almost. I don't even know what this place is called.
She makes the popped balloon noise again, but leaves the book closed. When we finally reach Chinle, it's pretty obvious. This is the first real town we've seen in hours. The outskirts are industrial, dominated by what I assume are factories. A pair of stray dogs lope along the side of the road, hungry and lean. Marina makes a sound of sympathy, pressing her face against the glass as we pass them. Hungry dogs.
Hey, Amber.
We're not getting a dog.
But they're so cute! And we could dress him up in a bandana and...
No way. I've never gotten why people want to dress their pets up like people.
It's cute.
Marina pouts. I figured she was joking, but she didn't actually think I would let her get a dog, right? Hats are cute. Like, full outfits are not cute. It seems that all is forgiven by the time I pull into a gas station. She's bouncing in her seat with her usual enthusiasm, or maybe it's her bladder. My second guess must have been correct, because as soon as I shut off the engine, she darts out of the RV and into the store. While she does that, I fuel up. No telling when we'll see the next gas station. Could be 100 miles, and this thing drinks gasoline like a thirsty dog drinks water. By the time I finish, Marina still isn't back, so I lock up and head inside. The store is devoid of other customers. It's unremarkable, with the usual selection of candy, chips, and overpriced beef jerky. I want all of those things. I'm not hungry, just passing time. Soon Marina trots out of the bathroom, glancing around. She spots me and heads over.
Want anything?
Duh, let's see.
I leave her to agonize over the candy bars while I flip through some of the travel brochures beneath the window. There are a couple about Canyon de Chelly, which is our destination just up the road. There are flyers for other Arizona attractions, too, including the non-local ones. Of course, there are a few brochures for the Grand Canyon, plus a couple must-see sites in Phoenix, the capital. There's even an ad for a novelty just called The Thing in Tucson, but that's far out of the way.
Okay, I'm ready.
I turn around. Marina has a couple king-sized candy bars in her hands, the large bottle of Coke tucked under her arm. Oh boy, back then,
Seriously need all that?
when I assumed this is set, they had like actual.
Share.
The king-size candy bars were actually king-size candy bars, and not like a single split-up smaller bars.
Fine, fine.
I miss those candy bars.
Here. I'm gonna use the bathroom too. Meet you at the car.
It's not like reducing portions like that, selling less for more, basically. It's not like that stopped us all getting fat as fuck anyway. But it does it does make for more profit for those selling. I place my wallet atop the pallet of candy she's carrying and send her towards the attendant. When I come back out of the bathroom, Marina's still talking to the clerk. There's a bag in her hands, so she must have already finished paying and gotten distracted talking. I joined the two of them.
Closed off, so only the guided tours are open right now.
Marina looks like she's seen a ghost.
What's up?
I take out my wallet from where it's just sitting forgotten on the counter.
I was just asking about the canyon and the tours and stuff.
The clerk nods.
Yup. I was saying how if you're here to sightsee, you might have some trouble. A lot of it's closed off because of all the kids coming and causing trouble looking for treasure.
Goddamn kids! Damn, I'm not surprised, but that's frustrating.
What isn't closed off?
Well, there are still some tours you can go on. Most of them, I think. But you can't do the self-guided ones.
Marina looks at me, eyes wide. Clearly, she's expecting some solution from me. I just smile at the attendant.
Got it. Thank you.
And lead a dumbstruck Marina out of the store. As I unlock the RV, Marina prances around me.
What are we gonna do?
Well, I'm gonna take a nap.
She stops.
Huh?
I'm tired, so I'm going to nap for a little bit. I checked one of the pamphlets and there's a tour at 6:30, so we'll just join that and then sneak off.
Like, on our own?
Yeah.
Her eyes go wide again.
Amber, you're a genius!
I twist the log of my hair around my finger and glance away. Her constant compliments are a little embarrassing, especially for stuff that seems obvious to me.
Thanks. It's not much of a plan, though.
Yeah, but at least it's a plan. I thought we were just gonna have to give up or something.
Nah. Rules are made to be broken and all that.
Feel a bit guilty that we'll be breaking rules specifically put in place because of people like us. But I can safely say that we'll be more careful than the average treasure hunter. Just picturing Mariah, I can easily see her smashing down ancient ruins in her search.
But yeah, wake me up at 5:30. Unless you're going to nap too.
Nope, I'm not tired anymore, so I'll just read some more.
Alright. Good night.
Night-night!
I leave her up in the front as I head back to my bed and fall into it. After punching up my blankets around me, it doesn't take long for it to fall asleep. I wake up slowly, fighting to keep my eyes open. In the back of my head, I feel like something is wrong. It takes a minute before I realize I've overslept. Uh-oh. It's 5:45. Marina was supposed to wake me up 15 minutes ago.
Marina?
I call her name, but get no response. Rolling out of bed, I massage my eyes and stumble up towards the front. Of course she's asleep, sprawled out on the dash, with her head buried in her arms. It looks like she's been out a while. Jerking her by the shoulder, I shake her awake.
What's up, Amber?
Her speech is slurred by sleepiness. I ignore the temptation to make the not you joke.
How's that book you're reading?
It's great. I just put it down to...
A look of shock spreads across her face. Mounting horror takes over as she realizes the time.
Oh god, I'm so sorry. I was just gonna nap, but then I forgot to set an alarm. I mean, to wake me up.
Yeah, that's what alarms are for.
Freaking out, she hurriedly tries to buckle her seatbelt, failing several times in her frenzy. I pat her on the shoulder as I sit down. It's not even a big deal, but she's so worked up. She's just like me for real.
It's cool. We're not late yet.
Dumb and anxious. Marina just nods, staring at the floor. I buckle up and turn the key. The engine roars to life, and I throw it in reverse. I have to crane my neck to make sure I don't run over anyone. Road signs direct us out of town and towards the canyon. After spending so long on the highway, going down these streets with lower speed limits feels restrictive. From the corner of my eye, I catch Marina. She's being abnormally quiet. She fixes her hair, pops her knuckles, and rubs her shoulders, but she doesn't say anything. Finally, I cave.
What's wrong with you?
Huh? What do you mean?
Her tone of voice is stressed. Maybe I'm more intimidating than I think.
You're being weird. Super quiet.
Oh, I didn't know if you were mad at me or not.
What, for falling asleep?
She nods.
Nah, I'm not mad. Trust me, you'd know for sure if I was. I told you it wasn't a big deal, didn't I?
You promise?
Yeah, I promise.
Marina bounces in her seat, immediately cheerier.
Okay, cool. Cause like, if you were mad at me already, that would be a bad sign.
Sign of what?
That we wouldn't be good partners. You know, treasure hunting buddies?
Oh, we're partners now, are we? You're the sidekick, right?
No way! I'm totally the main character. We're here because of me.
I laugh, causing her to turn away smiling. She's a lot cuter when she smiles. I've been smiling more too, I realize. As I think that, it starts to make me sad again. Do I really deserve to be smiling right now?
Hey, Amber?
Did you fucking kill someone? Girl, did you kill someone? Like, she reading my mind. Marina snaps me out of it. Like, she read my mind. Marina snaps me out of it.
Super crush again?
You seriously like that one?
Super Crush was one of those groups that Gramps loved to show off to other people. Because they were so weird, all of the members played a different instrument on each album, so it was like a whole other band every time.
Yeah, it was different, but in a good way.
That's definitely true.
With one hand on the steering wheel, I dig around in the bin of tapes by my feet. Flick my gaze between that and the road. Eventually, I find the one I'm looking for. It has a Halloween orange case and with text that looks like slime. Cool. When it starts to play, Marina hums along. She's almost on key. Guess she liked it enough to remember how the songs go. I crank the volume up, earning a grin from Marina. The sound is tinny and distorted at this level. More distorted than usual, I mean, but it's also more fun. Our smiles last all the way until we roll into a nearly empty parking lot. As I turn the volume back down, I can tell she's thinking the same thing I am.
Amber?
Yeah?
Shouldn't there be, like, other people waiting here?
There probably should. What time is it?
Marina twists around to check.
6:20?
What the hell? Did they start early?
There are other cars around, but they're all unoccupied. My parking job is hasty and I take up 2 spaces, but I don't bother to correct it. We hurry out of the RV. I almost forget the key is in the ignition and have to double back to grab it. Marina is already over at the information desk, probably talking to the ranger. A ranger. But then she turns back to me. Despair on her face visible even though it's getting dark.
There's no one here!
There aren't any lights on inside either. Probably closed at 6. I vaguely recall reading that in a brochure, but I thought there would still be someone around for the tours.
Don't panic!
I jog back to the RV and unlock it again. Rummaging through the glove box, I pull out the little blue flashlight that Gramps gave me a few years ago. I click it on and off a couple times to make sure that it works. After I lock everything back up again, I join Marina by the unhelpful help desk. She's bouncing on her heels, hands clasped together.
Hey, it's alright. Worst comes to worst, we'll just do it tomorrow.
But what if someone else finds the treasure tonight?
I don't have an answer for that one.
Guess we'll just have to catch up then, huh?
Turning on the flashlight, I swing the beam around. While there's still some daylight left, it isn't much, maybe half an hour at the most.
Catch up to what?
The tour group's silly. Even if we're late, they can't have left that long ago. And they'll be stopping a bunch, so we should be able to find them easily.
By ourselves?
Her voice is almost a squawk, like a surprised parrot.
Well, yeah. I don't see anyone else around. Do you?
I swivel around, illuminating nothing but rocks and bushes.
Come on, it'll be fine. It's not like there are going to be bears or mountain lions this close to a parking lot.
Those kinds of things live here?
She didn't know that. Then what is she afraid of?
Probably. I don't know. But come on, we're wasting time.
Marina whimpers. Then, surprising me, she grabs my hand. Hers is sweaty and warm. Turn and look at her. And meet her wide eyes. It looks like she might cry. It makes me regret being so pushy.
We don't have to do it if you don't want to.
She shakes her head but clings to me like a kid, her free hand buried in my clothes. If it were any brighter out, she'd see my face turn red.
No. Like I said, if we don't go now, someone else will beat us to it. Just stay close, okay?
Yeah, of course.
She lets me lead, but doesn't let go of my hands. A large wooden sign marks the start of the trail.
So, are you scared of the dark?
No answer.
But you were fine at Shiprock.
That was different.
Marina's arm jerks, but she doesn't let go.
That was in a town. With people. Roads. And no mountain lions.
You don't know that. The temptation to tease her more is strong, but I don't. Every time a bird caws or something makes the brush shake, I feel her flinch a little. Somehow, even this side of her is cute, too. A little childish, sure, but it's nice to have her rely on me to keep her safe. To take her mind off things, I make small talk.
So, what are you gonna do once you're filthy rich from the treasure?
Sorry, what?
I asked what you'll do with your share of the treasure.
Oh, I'm not sure yet. I haven't thought about it.
We're out here looking, and you don't even have a plan for it?
It was a spur-of-the-moment thing. What about you, huh?
I don't know either.
Ha! See, I'm not.
Yeah, but I wasn't planning on looking for it, you know? I haven't spent as much time thinking about it.
I glance behind me to see Marina stick out her tongue. I laugh.
But, let's see. I definitely need to pay off the hospital and funeral expenses. After that, I guess I should probably get the motorhome fixed up. It's not gonna break down on us or anything, but it's kind of old.
Why not just buy a new one?
Hell no!
My response comes out snappier than I intended. What?
It's just that it has sentimental value, you know? I'd rather keep that than buy a newer, better car. I grew up in that thing. I could never just replace it. After that, I'd probably just keep doing what I was doing before I met you.
And what's that?
Wandering.
Don't you want to stop wandering sometime?
Oh, my steps slow a bit. It's an innocent question, but it hits me hard.
Not yet, no.
I whisper it. Marina catches up next to me, dropping my hand as she does so.
At least I'm not the only one without a goal.
I poke her in the side and she squirms away a couple feet.
Ow!
Torque.
It's hard to stay sad around her. As we turn around the curve in the road, the tour group comes into view. Just ahead is a cluster of people, most of them armed with flashlights. It's hard to know for sure, but I can see at least a dozen different figures. Tour guide is shining his light up at a rock face, illuminating some designs on it. Everyone has their backs to us.
Try to be as sneaky as possible. We want to join up without them noticing, like we've been there the whole time. If anyone notices us show up, they might notice when we leave.
Why do we have to join up in the first place?
I don't know how to get to the ruins we're looking for. We'll stay with the group until the tour gets there, and then we'll sneak off.
Marina nods.
Okay, follow my lead. And remember, be as quiet as you can.
We creep forward slowly. If someone were to turn around and see us, we'd look pretty suspicious, but nobody does. The lecture on petroglyphs gets their full attention. Marina kicks a rock and I tense up, expecting that to break the spell, but we're close enough now that if we did, it might not matter. And we reach the back of the tour group without anyone noticing. I give Marina a thumbs up, which she returns.
Right, you can see the Anasazi ruins. Some of the Navajo people still call the area home. There's a living community in the canyon who...
I'm not too interested in hearing about the history of the place, so I turn back to Marina. She's looking up at the pictures too, though her eyes appear glazed over. When she catches me staring, she blinks and then smiles. I smile back, though I must look like an idiot just watching her instead of the lecture. After a minute, the guide's speech concludes and we start to walk down the trail. Much to my dismay, before I can say anything to Marina, the woman in front of us turns around.
Isn't that just crazy?
Huh?
It takes a second for me to understand that she's talking to me. She fits just about every stereotype of redneck, from the huge hat on her head to the baby strapped to her chest. She'd probably be attractive if not for the layers of sunscreen coating her face. Even though it's nearly nighttime, they make her look like a ghost.
I said, isn't that just crazy? What he was saying about those Indians and how they used to communicate with each other.
Oh, yeah.
Even if I wanted to talk to her, I still have no idea what the guide had said.
They were just so darn clever. Really makes you wonder how they all ended up dying out, huh?
Nah.
I'm pretty sure a lot of them are still alive. And like, some of them live here? In this canyon?
I had heard that much, at least, but apparently not everyone did. For a second, the woman looks at me like I'm crazy, but then she busts up laughing.
Sorry, you're absolutely right. I was thinking of them Aztecs down in Mexico.
Her laugh is more like a bray. She sounds like a farm animal. In my head, I keep hoping she'll turn back around and leave us alone. But we're not so lucky. She keeps on chatting us up, so we follow the trail. I'm self-conscious about how noisy she's being, compared to the low noise level of the others.
Say, is that where the name Texas comes from? From Aztec?
Before I could answer, she started shouting at someone else.
Howard! Hey, Howard, come over here!
Oh boy. By now, nearly everyone is looking at us.
Ma'am, can you please keep your voice down?
Oops, sorry.
She apologizes loudly. So much for staying inconspicuous. Howard makes his way over. He looks rather defeated, face drooping and shoulders sagging. I figure he's the woman's husband.
Yes, dear.
I was just talking to this girl here about history, and I was wondering, does the name Texas have anything to do with the Aztecs? Since the words sound kind of similar?
I don't think so.
Go figure.
She cackles again beside her. Howard sighs. For his sake, I hope her family is loaded or something. Every time she laughs, the baby on her chest bounces, but the lucky kid sleeps right through it all. Maybe he's used to this.
Anyway, I must have left my manners back in Wisconsin. My My name's Linda, and this is my husband, Howard.
Back in Skansen.
This little chimp right here.
She thrusts herself, and thus the baby, towards me.
Is Dino. Ain't that just the cutest name?
I've heard worse baby names. I just grunt in response. I'm trying to see around her, up to where the guide is, alternating between shooting Linda death glares and trying to narrate the walk. If he said anything useful about the canyon in the past couple minutes, I've missed it entirely. Glancing over at Marina, who has pulled away a couple feet, it looks like she's enjoying my torture in struggling silence. Tears have formed in the corners of her eyes, glittering in the dying light. They're the good kind of tears, the kind from laughing too much. Her hand is smooshed over her mouth, and she's shaking the effort of staying silent. There's no way I can let her get away with that, especially since I need to get closer to the front for now. I grab her arm and tug her over into Linda's line of sight.
I'm Jane.
The enthusiasm in my voice is so forced.
And this is my friend Lacey.
Lacey. I use fake names just to be safe. Marina simply shakes Linda's hand, which has grabbed hers. The mirth has vanished from Marina's face. Good.
Nice to meet you.
Linda pumps her arm like a guillotine, grinning broadly, and yet still managing to walk.
It's so good to see young people taking an interest in nature and history and all that. Are y'all from around here? We're originally from Tennessee, see, but moved to Wisconsin and...
Having been properly introduced, I leave Marina to suffer through the family history, shift away and walk ahead, passing by most of the tour group, so that I can better hear the guide. For a while, he talks about the wildlife and history of the park. After a couple minutes, though, the lessons become more relevant.
We'll be coming up on the Mummy Cave ruins here in just a little bit. That's one of the better-known sites in the canyon. 700 years ago, it was a bustling Pablonian village.
Pablonian.
We can't get too
Oh my
close to the
god.
ruins, so unfortunately it might be a little too late to really see them clearly tonight. While the Mummy Cave itself hasn't ever been open to the public.
That's all I needed to know, so I started to slip back towards Marina. Looks like she's still being held hostage by tales of Wisconsin family adventures. Lyndon notices me approaching.
Oh, Jane, there you are. I was just telling Lacey about one of the cows I helped birth when I was younger.
I'm not sure how the conversation went from introductions to cow birth in such a short span of time, but I'm not curious enough to ask. When I rejoin Marina, she mouths two words. I don't know how to get out of this one. Annoyance aside, it'll be impossible to slip away with Linda's attention on us. But it seems we're in luck as we go around another bend in the road. Something more interesting than Marina and me comes into view.
Oh, Howard, look! This is it. This is one of those mummy ruins I was telling you about.
Linda elbows forward, moving ahead of us.
You girls make sure you get a good spot. You're gonna want to see this, even if it's dark out.
She forges ahead, her husband trailing dutifully as he passes. I think I hear him say sorry, though I'm not certain. Once they're out of earshot, Marina makes a sound like a train letting out steam.
Oh my god. I thought I was gonna explode. My ears or my head or my brain or something.
Saw you laughing and figured it wasn't fair if I was the only one who suffered.
I'd take it all back if I could. Seriously though, first she was talking about herself, then about her kid, then about her childhood, and then she started talking about growing up on a farm. Somehow she ended up going on about cows having babies and how messy it all is. I don't even know.
What, you're not interested in that stuff?
Ew, no! Gross, gross, gross!
She wrinkles up her face as she says it. I giggle, but then turn serious real fast.
Okay, but listen. Because it's dark, the group probably isn't gonna stop to look at the Mummy Cave ruins for very long.
Go away, Gemini.
Wait until we can sneak away again, and then go over there ourselves.
Oh my god, that's so easily activated. Like just random things activates it. I don't know how to turn it off. I don't think it can be turned off.
No.
God damn it, Google.
I can't see from here. Just follow my lead again.
Got it.
Or whoever's responsible. We've been at the very back of the group the entire time. People who are in front of us are much less interested in us than Linda was, so I don't think anyone will notice us if we go missing. When we reach a railing, the guide stops to point out the ruins. They are across a small valley, a couple hundred yards away. In the darkness, it's almost impossible to see them. They're just a dark smudge against an even darker backdrop of a mountain. Marina and I are a few yards away from the group, too. I pretend to inspect something on a rock, though there's nothing there. As this short speech ends and the guide starts to lead everyone on again, I dart behind a rock and crouch down. Marina quickly follows. I can see her start to say something, but I cut my hand over her mouth before she can get a word out. Silently, I shake my head. Marina nods twice, so I uncover her face. In my head, I count to 60. Once a minute has passed, I peel myself away from the rock and stand back up.
We should be safe now.
Marina's face lights up and she claps her hands. I notice that she's taken out the journal page with the hiding spot again.
That was so cool! It was like something out of a video game where you just sneak away right in front of everyone.
I guess so, but we still can't be noisy. They're not gonna be that far away. No flashlights either.
This close up, I can see her face fall at that.
Don't worry, I'll be right beside you.
Are we just gonna hop the fence and walk over there?
Unless you have any better ideas.
What if they catch us?
Then they'll throw us out.
We're not gonna get arrested for trespassing or anything, are we?
Nah, that'd be too much trouble for them.
I say that, although I don't actually know.
Okay.
The uncertainty in her voice is obvious. Grab the paper from her hands and stuff it into my pocket.
Let's go. The longer we wait, the more likely it is that they'll notice us missing.
Stroll over to the metal rail, hoping that I sound more confident than I am. Honestly, this is pretty risky and more than a little stupid. But it's also exciting. I duck down and underneath the rail. After a moment, Marina does the same. We're officially out of bounds. Across the small field, I can just barely make out the shape of the ruins. They sit close to the mouth of a large cave that runs up the mountain like a scar.
Okay, come on.
There's an incline, but it's not too bad. Next to me, Marina spreads her arms out for balance, but I'm confident enough to not need to. Crossing over to the ruins themselves will be the riskiest part. There's no cover, and anyone who happens to look over will see us. We just have to hope that the tour group has moved to somewhere without a line of sight on us.
Okay, hurry.
I grab Marina's hand again and start to run. She struggles to keep up, so I slow down a little bit. It takes maybe 2 minutes from one end to the other. Then we reach the far wall. Marina's breathing is strained.
Don't do much running, do you?
Not it. Oh.
Every word is punctuated with a pant. I'm winded too, but fight my lungs to not show it. I have to look strong for Marina.
Ready for the fun part?
Is it actually fun?
Not yet. We've still got to get up there.
I point to the lip of the cave, at 50 feet or so above us still. Marina's face goes pale as she stares at the sheer rock wall in front of us.
We're not gonna have to climb that, are we?
How else?
I wait a second for the shock to hit her face before I laugh and shake my head.
Just kidding. Come over here.
A short distance away is a slope, somewhat steep, but not too long. It leads up into part of the cave close to the ruins.
We actually do have to go up this one.
Her face still looks doubtful.
I don't know if I can get up that.
Sure you can. It's easy. Look.
Hike up a couple steps. Dirt and a bit of gravel tumble down past my feet, but it's mostly stable.
It's almost all dirt. If it was loose rock, we'd be in trouble.
Still looking uncertain, Marina takes a careful step up behind me, then another. She slides back down a little with each step.
Try to spread out your weight a little more evenly. You don't want to lose your balance and fall over.
By doing what I say, she's able to reach where I'm standing.
Good job. Now just do that like 50 more times.
Death. Marina groans, but I've already started. Glance back behind me. She's trailing only a couple steps back. For all her worrying, she's doing okay. I'm just about to compliment her when I feel the earth shift beneath my feet, and my foot slides loose. With a yelp, I lose my balance, arms flailing as I try not to fall. Then, faster than I can process, Marina's arm shoots up and grabs my sleeve. She tugs me back upright.
Are you okay? Oh my god, is your ankle alright? It's not broken, is it?
Panic is clearly painted across her face.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
The only thing injured is my pride.
Are you sure?
Yeah, thanks. Good save.
We climb up the rest of the way together, but slowly. At the top, both of us stretch and catch our breath.
That wasn't so bad, was it?
Besides the part where you almost died, maybe.
I didn't almost die. Besides, that's what I have my sidekick for.
She gives me a playful shove.
Hey, I told you, I'm not the sidekick here.
Uh-huh. You'll still have to earn the title of captain. Or commander. Whatever it is. And you can do that by finding this thing before I do.
Now that we're actually up in the ruins themselves, it's more clear just how tough this is going to be. The cave stretches a long way, like a deep scar in the mountain. And delicate clay buildings, some barely as tall as we are arranged throughout. They say this was a village, but it's hard to imagine anyone living here. The thing is so cramped and small. People were smaller back in the day.
Where do you think we should start?
Hard to say. It won't be anywhere obvious. Remember, people have been studying this place for decades.
What if someone already found it? Like a long time ago.
I shrug, but that's probably impossible to see. The sun has now gone entirely down, leaving us in shadowed darkness. I wonder why Marina doesn't seem bothered by it this time.
If they did, then I haven't heard anything about it. We've just got to start looking. Try to be careful, though.
I feel bad being here. Maybe this was a bad idea.
Be super careful then. And watch for spiders!
I love spiders. I flick on the spare flashlight and pass it to her, just in time to see the look of disgust at the mention of spiders. We split up, staying close to each other, but not overlapping where we look. I get down on my hands and knees, shedding light into every corner and cranny that I can. I worry that our lights might be visible from a distance, even though they aren't very powerful. The only alternative would be sneaking over in broad daylight, and would be much more likely to be caught then. Not finding anything except dirt, I brush my fingers along the clay bricks in hopes of finding a loose stone or a secret compartment, but there's nothing like that. Nearby, Marina's doing the same thing. She's hitched up her dress so that it doesn't drag on the ground, and I force myself to look away rather than stare. She offers quite a view, though. After a moment, Marina giggles. I'm not sure why. I haven't spoken at all because I don't want our voices to echo in the cave and give us away. But silently searching gets tedious fast, so I decide to try whispering.
What's so funny?
I don't know. Everything, I guess? I was just thinking how weird this is. Like, it's just so random, you know?
All right, Aristotle.
Who's that?
Never mind. But yeah, It is kind of crazy.
Deciding that the building I was scouring is a lost cause, I move on to the next one.
I know it's probably not a big deal for you since you do this stuff all the time, but this is honestly the most fun I've ever had, I think.
Destroying ancient Native American landmarks?
I'm being careful. Super careful. But just in general, being out here on the road. I thought maybe I was making a mistake when I left, but not anymore.
I'm glad.
And I am. I really am.
Guess it worked out well for both of us.
I can't see her from here, but I know she's smiling. Then she giggles again.
Oh, Amber, you're a big ol' softie after all, aren't you?
I'm not. I take it back. I should have left you on the side of the road.
This time we both laugh. After that, we lapse back into near silence. Just the sound of us crawling around or occasionally moving to another building to search. Soon the happy atmosphere starts to dissolve as we start getting frustrated. Or at least I do. Takes maybe 20 minutes before we've looked over all the buildings. There aren't too many, and combing over them isn't that hard. But we don't find anything. Not even a clue or a hint that we're in the right spot. Sighing through my nose, I start double-checking some of the larger homes. All the crawling and bending is starting to take its toll on me. When I straighten up, my back is sore and sweat presses my hair to my forehead. We should have brought some bottles of water with us. I lean against... excuse me. I lean against the rock wall. And oh, sorry, I missed some because I tabbed.
Any luck?
Nope, nothing. You?
We both pause, silent.
So... that's it, right? Like we've checked all the buildings?
Can't be. We must have missed something. I'm going to try checking out the cave itself.
She just stands there. Watches as I head over to the far side. I shine my flashlight up and down and up again, examining every inch of the rock. There's got to be a crevice where the gold is stashed. Or some other hiding place. There has to be. But none of the cracks are wide enough or deep enough for something like that. A few minutes later, and I pass by Marina, still in the same place. I check her face as I go. Her eyebrows are furrowed, and she looks worried. I keep hunting. In a few minutes, I will have to end the stream. Images of Mariah triumphantly holding up the gold... blah, blah, blah. Just the thought of her smug grin pisses me off. When I reach the other end of the cave, I double-check back again. This is why one member of every lesbian couple needs to be the survival navigator. And again. Finally, Marina pulls away from the wall. I hear it, but I don't see it.
Amber, come on. There's no way.
Her voice is a knife in my heart. It hurts because I know she's right. I sigh and flick off my flashlight. Standing there, I look at the invisible ground and have to admit the truth to myself. It's not here. There's no treasure to be found in the Mummy Cave ruins. Either we got it wrong or someone beat us to it. Whichever the answer, there's nowhere else in here that it could be. Make my way back to Marina slowly. I can feel stinging tears of frustration beginning to well up in my eyes, which surprises me. I'm sure Mariah would be laughing at me if she was here right now. Abruptly, I stop walking towards her and spin around. I don't want Marina to see. There's a sound of crunching dirt as she walks over.
Amber?
There's worry in her voice. I shake my head. I don't know if she can see. She lays her hand on my shoulder, and 2 tears manage to leak out of my eyes. I shake my head again.
Amber, it's okay.
No. I'm sorry. I screwed up. I was wrong. There's nothing here.
I know there isn't. Seriously, that's okay.
I stop, not even knowing why. Damn it. Get a grip, Amber. I wench my eyes shut before the waterworks really start. It burns, but I manage to hold back. Taking deep breaths, I get myself under control. I sink down to lean against the wall of the cave. Marina does the same. Our clothes are dusty from being on the ground so much. Marina pokes me in the side.
You okay?
I draw a rattly breath.
Yeah, I'm fine. Sorry. I don't know what that was about. I just got super frustrated.
Yeah, I could tell.
Can it?
I flick her gently on the knee.
But, that was kind of embarrassing.
No, it's okay, really. I cry all the time at home. Don't worry.
It's like losing. Not finding the treasure, I mean. So I'm mad for wasting all our time on this. Aren't you?
No, why would I be?
She sounds genuinely surprised.
Because now we're behind on the next one, too. What if someone beats us to all the rest of them?
Now you sound like me.
Oh god, is there a cure?
Meanie. But really, I had fun, so I don't think it was a waste of time. Even if we're not, like, super rich now, I'm glad we came here.
Once again, I don't even have to look to know she's smiling. She's smiling after all. She's always smiling after all. It's one of the cuter things about her, and there are lots of those. But I'm afraid to look up and meet her eyes. Afraid because of what I've been starting to feel lately, and how I've been thinking of her. It's stupid to get bothered by this now, I know. We've been together all day. The treasure was the girl failures we became on the way. But right now, when I'm already being over emotional, I feel like it'd be a bad idea.
Amber?
And then, by reflex, I do it anyway. I look over, and I was right. My heart flutters a little. But the smile was I was anticipating has been replaced by yet another look of concern.
Yeah, you're right. I guess it wasn't so bad.
She brightens up immediately.
For real?
Mm-hmm. I'm good now. Still, sorry for freaking out there for a sec.
It's okay. Don't feel bad.
Groaning, I stand up again. I'm definitely gonna be sore tomorrow.
We should get out of here, though. Longer we spend, the more likely we are to get caught.
It's probably been 45 minutes or so since we ditched the tour group. Hopefully they didn't get search and rescue out looking for us. I offer my hands to Marina, still sitting on the ground. She takes it and I haul her to her feet. After dusting herself off, we both walk to the edge of the cave. It's impossible to see anything. Even the trail across the way is invisible from here.
Watch your step going down the hill.
Uncensored handholding.
Yeah, we don't want anyone to almost die again.
I mean, okay, it wasn't pictured, but they say it. Going down the hill is easier than going up, though. We still have to be careful. We make it to the bottom without incident. We don't risk the flashlights until we're back across the face and on the trail. Now that we're not out of bounds, it doesn't matter if people see us.
Where do we go now?
I bet they interlocked fingers. I think about it for a moment. There's not much point in catching up with our tour again. Besides, it's probably ended by now. Still, they did notice that we disappeared. Then it could lead us. It could be bad for us to just leave the park. The last thing I want to see is our faces on missing person posters the next time we stop at a gas station. But they've got a 45-minute lead on us. And that'll only grow if we try to find them.
We'll just go back to the parking lot and get out of here. If anyone asks, we can just say we left early.
Thank God. I was hoping you'd say that.
How come?
I'm so tired.
Same. My back's gonna hurt for a year.
At least you have the comfy bed.
Hey, you could always...
Yes!
grab some more pillows from the closet if you need.
Aw. Coward.
More?
Oh yeah, Gramps liked to have a zillion pillows when he slept.
Oh.
She sounds let down. Oops, maybe I should have made that connection there. I shouldn't have made that connection
Don't
there.
worry. They weren't like his special pillows or anything. You can use them.
No, we're going the gay route. I'm getting migraine auras. I am going to take some meclizine. I'm sure it'll help. But fortunately, I'm pretty close to ending stream for today anyway.
All right.
Damn, she really starts to worry when I mention him. Guess there's a good reason for that. But right now, though, the thought is a familiar jab of sadness. I'm not about to break down. I'm doing okay for now. We're quiet the rest of the way down the trail, though, without having to stick to the slow pace of the guided tour. It's actually a quick walk. Oh my god. I'm gonna save. Because it is getting harder for me to read. I took the Meclizine, but it doesn't work that fast. My vision, there are things going on with my vision which happens with migraine auras. You get weird things in your vision that obscure everything. I'm sure it'll go away soon. But now I have to find a raid target. Thank you all so very much for joining me tonight. I'm looking forward to continuing that visual novel. I don't think we're too close to the end. Snooze ads. Glad I caught them. If you would all be so kind as to stick around while I raid someone, I would appreciate it. How long has she been going? Conveniently not long at all. Right. Thank you both for the head pats. If you would be so kind, please say hi to Luna's list for me. See you.